Welcome back to another episode of Good Earners Reviewing the Sopranos. And here on Good Earners, we like to talk about family, finessing, finances, and feelings in the world of Tony Soprano, bringing you a new perspective, a fly perspective, and a black perspective. I am not alone. I meant to tell you, Rich, you got to get in the Bing. My bad.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, man. We got a little. I about to say we got a little bit more than a black perspective today.
Right. Hey, listen. Hey, right. Hey, listen. You're right. Absolutely. We got more than the black perspective. But those that are from the black perspective, I got two of my capos here: Spike Lou, Big Rich Town, and then we got some supporters of ours, Kiori and Chris Falone. All you fellas, how y'all feeling today?
Feeling good.
Happy weekend, guys.
Doing great.
This is
Rich's thing was going crazy. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out this. Yeah, man.
Hey, man, we're old men now, you know. But nonetheless, we're here, man, and we're gonna get into our emails, of course, from the supporters of ours. We're gonna do this wonderful bracket that our man Kiori has cooked up for us. We'll talk about that, and then once we go through all of that and kind of update y'all on the next podcast, we'll kind of do a proper send off because this will be our last episode on this feed. In this sense, I will speak I will speak in at the end. You know, I will speak to some things as far as the future of this feed towards the end of the episode, and of course, I want Chris and Kiori to be able to say whatever they want to say about the show and whatever as we land this plane. So.
But real quick, I just gotta say this. This is the respect that we have for Kiori and Chris, because if it wasn't for y'all two, I told Mo, wrap this up, man. We wrap this Good Earners one up, man. But he said y'all coming on. I said, yeah, we can do the last episode for sure.
Yeah, definitely want to talk. We're not the scraps in your scrapbook.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're not the scraps in my scrapbook, man. I want to talk to my guys. Man. But if it was just us three, I'd have like, hey, Mo.
Yeah,
we on the Breaking Bad.
You can easily just be like, yeah, I'm good. I think we good. Like,
the three of you guys in this pygmy thing over here in New Jersey.
Hey, straight up.
That was good.
That was good.
So yeah, but so we're here to give y'all one more dope, entertaining back of the Bing to send this thing off. So without further ado, one of our guys, I think his name is Tony, but he goes by Acid Jax. He wrote us.
He go about what?
Acid Jax.
Yeah, he always writes in. He's one of the best writers that we've had.
He said that like his name's Anthony, but he go by Tony. Like, you know, Acid Jax. Where you get that from?
Well, that's what I'm saying. His email is Acid Jax, but at the end it says Tony C, which also wrote into y'all pod as well. So
okay, yeah. Shout out to him. That was a very useful email.
Yeah, absolutely. He says, "Hey fellas, hope you're all well. Just a couple of three things. While the podcast is still at the precipice of an enormous crossroad, I'm seriously vibing the best decision made micro episodes, Mo. I love a deep dive into a few of the crucial decisions Little Carmine Lupertazzi made to impact the story, ending the intra-family war with Johnny Sack, not taking over when Tony requested, and maybe most important, the sit down when he mentioned the Shah of Iran's brothers Billy. Whatever happened there?
Whatever happened there?
God bless. All could make pretty good best decision episodes. The fundamental question is, will these episodes be as effective as the main show's episodes are? I know they will be, even more so. But until they are, it's going to be hard to verify that I think that they will be more effective. About the Many Saints movie, one word: disgusting. Parentheses, shout out to Spike. Someone should remind David Chase that Remember When is the lowest form of sequels. Parentheses, unless it's The Godfather. And then to finish up, he says, on the subject of movie reviews, may I suggest a True Romance rewatch or first watch if Mari still hasn't seen. I may be biased because I'm one of those half eggplant Italians, but I know the Good Earner perspective will make primo podcasting. If nothing else, Rich's references will be insane on that review. Also, looking forward to the pod with the Capos, Chris Falone, Kiori, respect for the bracket episode, and I'm grateful you guys took the Remember Pearl Harbor line in my last email in good faith. And I sincerely hope Kiori did. As Vito would say, it's a joke. Tony C.
It's a joke. It's a joke. I was there.
I remember when that episode came out and I put a comment as like, yeah, that's one of those out there jokes. I was like, okay, it's so far like offensive that it is funny that like, yeah.
That's welcome to our world.
Yes.
We experience those all the time.
All the time. That's
all the time we experience those. Yeah.
That's why we love this show.
Well, a couple of things from that email. Was that I'm my fault, Mo?
Yeah, that's
finished.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm proud of you.
Did you make it to the end of that
all,
email?
Yeah. That's why I said I'm proud of him. First of all,
bro.
Second, you talk about true romance. He must have thought it was white boy then. He'll understand that reference. He'll understand that reference.
Yeah.
The eggplant Italian was a good drop too.
Yeah. He never misses a bar here. Man, thank you, Tony, for all of the excellent emails and all the laughter you provided over the time of us doing this. And I'm glad that we got a nod to Chris and Kiori in the email too, so that makes it even more fire.
Yeah. Makes it work. I lied. I 100% will come open this feed back up for a true romance watch.
I would say this is just throwing it out there. I do think if there was ever anything as far as doing something continually on the feed, with the sentiments that Rich has spoke, I think it has to be Patreon. I just think that there's no, either it has meaning or it has no meaning. It's kind of one of those type of things. So
fair.
We got somebody we ain't heard from in a while. The basic white girl. I think that's what she said in one of her previous emails. Monica Goldberg. So shout out to Monica. She always writes some good ones too. She says, "Hi there. When I saw y'all did an episode on it, Many Saints, that was in the subject line. She said, when I saw y'all did an episode on it, I finally broke down and watched Many Saints. I thought you were too charitable, even Mo, but I got a lot out of your observations as always. They build it."
I thought she was going to say, I got a lot to say off and say,
this
ain't going to run. I was just going to say, if she had a lot to say, we may not make it to the end.
Don't give a review on top of our review.
Hey, all
right.
Every time I listen to that, man, I get the same type of laughter. Mo was so serious.
Every time, and he did not get why it was funny.
Didn't understand it at all. That's what made it even more funny.
That's what made it. He was like, "All right,
man." She says they build it the way they did because no one would have wanted to watch The Legend of Dickie Moltisanti. And indeed, I never cared about him. I liked his stepsister / girlfriend, but they killed her off in such a weird way. Totally agree that her confessing it in that moment was incomprehensible. I can't even say the name. Vera I ain't gonna even try.
That's who played Libya.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. She's cool with it. She said it's always great, and the performance had its moments, but still unsatisfying. All I really wanted to add was I couldn't get over how much the Gandolfini offspring looked like a young John Cusack. Maybe an older white lady reference, but oh well. As always, great to hear.
We know John Cusack.
Yeah, we know John Cusack.
Hey, no doubt. Like
John Cusack's never made a bad movie.
Who that is?
She says, always great to hear it. I love that we can just talk race on here. It's just anyway. But as always, great to hear from you all. Can't wait for the fall and Breaking Bad. Best, Monica.
Appreciate you, Monica.
Thank you, Monica. I always look forward to the email, especially from our women ladies. Y'all should definitely send some stuff because this is the send-off here. But yeah, no doubt. And our last one, it was just a comment on YouTube from the Best Decision Made, episode 4. Some saleswoman from Globe Motors. It's obviously the Gloria Trillo one that I put out. It says, "What's up, brother? I'm interested in seeing your perspective. I'm actually half black, half Italian male. I grew up with an Italian mother and a black father. I'm semi-fluent in
Oh.
Italian language, and I watched the show during its original airing when I was young.
I bet her dad was happy about that.
It's the Boss PB1GD. Yeah, I mean, well, then you should go back and check out our whole podcast. Like, you might just this came into your algorithm. You should definitely go back and check out the whole pod. Like, you're gonna feel some real connection there for sure.
Did you reply and ask her if her dad has ever suffered from a panic attack over Uncle Ben's box?
Oh, you know what? I got to do that.
Yeah, man. Ask her if she's ever had her dad's ever suffered from that, because that must have been an interesting time.
Yeah.
I wonder how old she. Yeah, I wonder how old she.
I think it's a.
She said she watched it in the original.
It's a guy.
Oh,
he said his mom though. He said his mom.
That's
yeah,
what I meant. Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah, the mom.
His mom. Like, yeah, when that happened, his grandpa.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, not his dad's grandpa.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, yeah, man. If you're hearing this now, check out. Go and listen to the whole pod. If you ain't did it already, I got a shout out to my co-host again, Mia. Her mom is a Sopranos fan. She ain't watched it in a while, so I've been plugging it. Like, hey, you should definitely go back and listen to our pod with it. It's gonna have a whole new enjoyment and fun with it. So she said she's gonna do that. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that is all of our emails from supporters of ours. Y'all want to reach out, goodearnerpod@gmail.com. Of course, the YouTube, the Instagram, goodearnerpod_Sopranos. Y'all reach out whenever, man. I don't know when we'll ever do anything else on the feed, like as a trio, but I will be continually putting some stuff out here, and then we'll see what happens. But
if my fault, I was gonna say, if anybody emails, Mo will always hit me and Spike up and just.
Oh yeah,
he'll respond to y'all personally. He might not be on air, but if y'all got any thoughts or any comments you want from us, we'll leave them with Mo and have him send a response.
Yeah,
if he
absolutely.
reads your email, that is.
That's right. If I read it. But thank y'all, truly. It is now the time that y'all been waiting for our last bracket. Plenty more brackets to do, but this is the last one as of this moment.
Can I do something real quick, Mo, before we do the
whatever
bracket?
You want. Yeah.
Spike just did this the other day when we recorded, and I want to do the same. Kiori, Chris, obviously we're fans of yours the same way you love listening to us. Got to know how you came across Good Earners. Got to know the origin story. How did you even come across Good Earners, and when did you know it was a show for you?
Yeah, you want to go first, Chris?
Yeah. I think I had just finished Talking Sopranos, and I was looking for something else to listen to. And when I found it, I think it was just Mo and Spike at the time, and they had probably only done 2 or 3 episodes. So it was real early on. I listened to them basically sitting at my desk in rapid succession, and that was it. I reached out to Mo pretty early on and just started chatting with him, and been following you guys ever since. That was it.
Appreciate you, man.
Nice. Thank you.
That's crazy. I don't know if it was you or somebody else that, like, our episode started getting a little longer. I think it really started when Rich came on, and somebody had said, like, man, I'm really digging these longer formatted episodes.
I think that was me, because what else am I going to do at work?
right. What are you going to do?
God forbid we work. Like, we got to have something to do, right?
It's like that truck driver. I think we had somebody who's a truck driver write in and say the same thing. Like, man, the drive.
Yeah. So, now that's dope. I'm amazed that stuff makes it to your algorithm. You know what I mean? When it's so early in the stage. So, yeah. What about you, Key?
Yeah. So, I was. Before we started recording, I was telling Spike that, I was a fan of Dead and Hip Hop since I was in high school. And then when Spike came on later, that's how I got to know who Spike was on that show. And then especially I also listened to Is the Mic Still On a lot. So,
Well, I'm the villain. I'm the villain over there.
You the villain everywhere.
I know, because FIFO not there anymore.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? I'm the anti-hero. I'm the anti-hero.
You definitely Axel Rod for sure.
It's always fun seeing Spike and Mike bicker on that show. It's funny because I politically aligned with Mike, but it's like I understand where Spike's coming from, so it's just like they're literally just not understanding what they're trying to say. That's why it's so funny, because like they're not bad guys, they're not against each other's points. It's like they just don't know what they're or it seems like they don't know where they're coming from sometimes. which is
point.
funny. But yeah, so I forgot how long ago, it was like over a year ago that Spike, he plugged Good Earners on like one of the dead end. I don't know if it was a live or if it was like one of the I can't remember what. Yeah, because you were on the lives like last year, and then when you plugged that, I was like, oh, I just started watching Sopranos like when the pandemic hit, and so I was like, oh yeah, I would like to see that. So you guys were already in like season 4 when I started watching,
Ooh.
and I legit watched like 2 episodes of Sopranos and listened to 2 of the episodes of the podcast just to catch up to like by the time you guys got to season 5. So it was like I was like going, and and like Chris said, it's good for when you're at work because like, oh yeah, put the AirPods in just like while you're typing. So yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's dope, man. I appreciate that.
We were talking long format, and it's amazing that people will listen to us that long. We've got 3-hour episodes, and people for sure. I'm absolutely sure they were, even if it took them a few days, they were listening to every minute of what we talk about, which is amazing to me. Like,
yeah, man. And as I always say, man, shout out to the Sopranos because you have to have some kind of brilliance. That's the backdrop of those conversations. If it was just, there's only a handful of things that people I think will listen to for that long. The Sopranos talk is one of them. Like there's certain things I think that add to that, man. So can't give enough credit to David Chase and everybody because shows credit.
Absolutely. Thank you, David Chase. As much gripe as I give you for some of the other things.
And on the flip side, there's not even a lot of things I would want to talk 3 hours about.
No, that's a fact.
So that goes to the credit of the show too.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Let alone talk about every scene.
Yeah, facts.
So talk about AJ for 86 episodes.
That's wild.
My goodness. But all right, was there anything else before I get into the bracket? All right. Well, so we have reached out to a supporter of ours, Kiori, asked them about some different brackets, and I don't remember how we came up with doing the one-off character bracket. I know this has been a thing that some of the Soprano content creators on YouTube have talked about their favorite one-off characters. This is not a new concept, but we try to make it a little more interesting, bring some banter. Now, fellas, we got 5 of us, so I don't know if we necessarily need a grading scale, but maybe we do. And we can kind of work that out in real time because I don't have a way to fully gauge like how we should do it, like how impactful was this one-off character, how memorable. We can kind of gauge that in real time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share the screen. We'll see the first pairing, and then we'll kind of figure out in real time how we're gonna go about this. So first, share that. All right, and then. Okay, everybody, can y'all see that all right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so the first pairing is Annalisa Zuka and Fran Feldstein. Now, Annalisa Zuka is from Commendatory, a very attractive woman over there, boss, so to speak. And then Fran is Johnny Boy, Johnny Soprano's his old work, his old Gumar from back in the day. So we talking, huh?
A scammer.
A scammer for sure.
Yeah.
So how we gauge this? Like, do we go personal preference here? Do we talk about?
I think since it's 5 people, the votes will always even out to like somebody's gonna move forward with having a majority vote. So just explaining why you vote which way would be an adequate grading scale to do it.
Okay, I like it. And we're open to challenge. I feel like if you feel like you want to challenge it, we're open to challenge. If you can't convince, then of course, like I said, the voter scale. We can go through this pretty fast.
Then you must concede.
That part. Because we can go through this pretty quickly. So that's why I want to make sure we kind of make it more compelling content. So with that being said, Rich, who you going?
I'm going to, what's her name?
Annalisa.
Yeah, Annalisa.
It's fun. We knew who you were talking about. We knew you was going to.
Annalisa. I don't know if you want me to give my reason why, if you want to wait till everybody votes, we can have that conversation.
Yeah, go for it.
Couple of things. So obviously there's no real solid criteria, but Annalisa was a more compelling character, I would have watched. Put it like this: if she showed up in multiple episodes, I would have been okay with that. If Fran showed up in multiple episodes, I'm like, what the fuck is she doing here? Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't hurt that she had the better episode with Committed Tory than Fran had with it was a gambling episode. What? No, it wasn't. What was the name?
It was right before.
Camelot. Was it Camelot?
Camelot.
I think she's
Yeah.
in
The
Camelot.
racetrack.
Yeah.
They're selling the racetrack, I think.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good.
Yeah, and it's just one of those. I don't know, man. I know Tony has an admiration with history and the past and nostalgia. I'm sure that was a way for him to feel closer to his dad, which is a whole nother weird thing. Like, you get closer to your dad by talking to a side chick. But all in all, she was a scammer and just not an interesting character. And I just don't believe it. Y'all think that was JFK's? Y'all really think that was JFK's hat? Tony was eating that shit up, man.
I do.
I
think that was
too.
his hat, but I think the scamming part for me come in with the racetrack and her being like kind of naive in the sense of, oh, I'm just sharing the information. Like, nigga, no, you know what's gonna happen if you share this information with Tony. You know what he's gonna do, and you trying to get some money from it. She's seen it as an opportunity, which is one of the reasons why I didn't like her character. I feel like she was given way too much leeway to get over on Tony, and though he may have been vulnerable at the moment, it still don't line up to what she was able to walk away with from this. So that's one of the reasons I didn't like Fran. She was given way too much leeway, and I think Annalise, who I'm voting for, she was probably one of the most powerful women, like direct power, not
100%.
sideways power, like going through Tony or like being able to manipulate because that's your husband. She had some of the most direct power that we've seen from a woman in the whole Sopranos world, which was a storyline that I wouldn't have mind, like you said, Rich, coming back. Like I wouldn't have mind seeing her again and her flexing some of her powers. So yeah, I'm going with Annalise too.
Okay. What say you, Chris Falone?
I definitely got to go with Annalisa. Like you guys said, I mean, you look at the gangs that they had over there, they're smacking up little kids in the street for shooting fireworks off. And she's running these guys. So she is a woman fucking boss. And you know what? I was thinking before, there's a graveyard right around the corner from me. I see Fran waiting over there all the time trying to find somebody else to scam. So she ain't getting my vote.
I love Chris' accent.
I love it, bro. I love it.
It make you feel like you're right there.
Yeah, you're right there, bro. Like on the precipice.
I'm fucking walking here.
All right, Kiori, what you got, man? Who you going with?
All right, the devil in me wanted to pick Fran originally just because of how utterly like cringe the happy birthday song was. I was hollering the last time I watched that because I was rewatching some of the episodes before we had the call, and it was just so funny because it's so bad.
Yes.
But that would be the only reason why I would have voted for her. So it's like obviously it's gonna be Annalisa because like for all the reasons that all y'all were talking about. Because it's like the way she commands a room too, like especially at that dinner scene was crazy. I was like, oh yeah, she is powerful.
Yeah, we're going 5. You know, 5
sweeps.
Yeah, sweeps. Everything y'all said, and I'll just pick some other things to say about her briefly. Just like so locked in her bag of like a woman boss, you know, over in Italy, where it's like I don't even let y'all take my toenail clippings. Like I don't know if it's some voodoo or some magic.
As a matter of fact, y'all collect my toenail clippings so nobody else can get them.
Exactly,
that's even more powerful.
That's what I'm saying. Like she was for real about it, dude. Like I was like, her character would have been such an interesting character to bring back one more time. Like maybe in that season 5 when there was just all the issues I had with Tony Blundetto. Maybe she could have popped up for a one-off second or whatever. But yeah, y'all said it. Annalise Zuka, so she's going to the next round.
You know what I would love? Go ahead, Cleo. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry, Rich. But I was like, before we move on, I was gonna say like, the only thing that some people would say is like, oh, she's not a one-off character because she appeared in Tony's dream later on in that season.
Oh,
but I didn't count that. It's
That's
like
it's
like this is like her in reality. So
that's a fair point.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
That's a really
I was gonna say I would have loved to see. I don't know what it would have looked like, But when Furio goes back home, I would have maybe even if just a conversation between her and Furio. Because why are you here? Why or does Furio just completely leave? Like completely leave that life?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have loved a little bit more of a bow on Furio's character, and I think we could have wrapped her back up in that. But wishful thinking. It is what it is.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. The next one we got is Sonia Aragon and Massive Genius. Sonia Aragon is from the episode where she was an old Gumar went out in Vegas with Christopher. And Tony went out there, did peyote with her, and you had the casino and, the famous I get it scene. And then, of course, Massive Genius is in what they hail is one of the worst episodes of Sopranos. I feel differently, but a hit is a hit. Massive Genius, fake Dr. Dre. So
look how they dress him, man. David Chase nasty.
Take that shit off your head.
Look at that.
The hat
Y'all taking the comedy too far.
David
the
Chase
leopard print
nasty,
hat, like bro.
This is why we had so much smoke for David. It's these things. Like rappers were not all right. Never mind. I can't even go back into my Mo rant. I'm gonna leave it there. But I'm gonna do it in reverse order this time. Kiori, who you got? This is gonna be an interesting round, I think. But
it is.
I don't know if y'all caught why I did this matchup. They both pretty much cut Chris because Sonia was with Tony and Master Genius was trying to get with Adriana. But yeah, I just thought it was a little.
I like that.
It was tongue in cheek. But anyway, obviously it's Sonia. I feel like Massive Genius. Plus that name is so dumb, Massive Genius.
Massive G.
that's a pause.
That's a
name,
David.
Honestly.
That's a David Chase rapper name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like if David Chase was naming a rapper, Massive Genius would be.
Yeah. But it was like Sonia actually had some interesting character, getting to know her and like her relationship with Chris was a little interesting. Even though we didn't get a lot of screen time with her, it didn't feel like a caricature like Massive Genius. So yeah, obviously Sonia.
All right, Chris.
Yeah, I gotta go the same way. I mean, really. Like you guys said, Massive Genius and the group there, it's such a caricature. It's so unrealistic. It's just not believable. At least you could see the story behind Sonia. She's young. She's into drugs. She meets up with Chris, and you could see the connection there. And they mesh well together. And then obviously whatever happened there with Tony going out there. But at least it's a believable character. The Massive thing is like so stereotypical. It's a total caricature. I just can't buy it. It doesn't fit with the show for me.
Which is crazy because Bokeem Woodbine is a hell of an actor.
Right.
He's a really good actor, but look at the hat they put him in. Come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they would have gave him just a regular character, it's just
one of the big girls.
A leopard fedora
instead of him.
A leopard fedora is crazy.
Yeah.
All right, man. Spike Lee, man.
I respect what you two guys said. However, even though he's a character, I do think that he moved story forward more so than Sonya did. I do like the plot that surrounded it with Hesh and, them getting the money and the conversations that were had. I do think the character was absolutely ridiculous, cringeworthy, to say the least. But in the Sopranos world, from a one-off, from someone who came in and made an impact, I give it more so to Massive Genius than Sonya. So I'm voting Massive Genius.
All right. Rich.
This is actually tough. And it makes me think, what do I consider when I look at this? I guess the main criteria is what did that one-off have to do in the episode? I think we all can agree that Sonya's episode was much better than A Hit is a Hit, right? Kennedy, Heidi and Kennedy, I can't remember which way it goes. Her episode was much better, like not even in the same conversation.
Season 6 versus season 1, but I give
either way, it wasn't what she did in that episode wasn't as compelling than the storyline, kind of the Spike's point that Massive Genius was pushing, because there's more to that. It's about the music industry and those who were robbed basically for generations and generations, and you can still see the effects even going into the 2000s. And some people even still signing 360 deals, which is insane. But as much as I don't like what David Chase did with the character, I still enjoy the character's place in the episode. Yeah, but he also had more to do. So I'm gonna go with Master Genius.
Okay. I like
I didn't
Sonya.
vote, Mo.
I like Sonya. I mean, I like Sonya as far as when she popped up. She's definitely top 5 in our rankings of the very attractive Gumars. But all due respect, you're just a hot piece of ash. Let's keep it a beam here. This is Massive G, all right? Y'all heard me on a hit is a hit. If you haven't, go back. I don't care about none of you naysayers or what y'all feel about this is the worst episode. I was giving it up crazy, and me and Spike really had a debate back and forth. I was like, yo, I feel like he could have went against Tony and them if he had that type of money and type of crew. Now, Spike was correct in what he was saying. It's like, bro, he ain't that deep in pockets to be able to like go to war with Tony for real, which he was right. But at that time, he was a good foe, and I really liked him. And I think it introduced us to the idea of, kind of mafia adjacent content where it's like, oh, it's kind of connected, but kind of not. It's just scheming now. When we get more into like Hesh and he's being Jewish and like kind of we're getting into a whole different scheme and scamming part of the Sopranos. So I did like the idea of it. I mean, I'm a big fan. I like Massive Genius. Like I said, I was working on merch that was going to kind of work around that because I really, really like the character. I know he won't get too far in this, but in this round, absolutely. Sonya she's beautiful. She's cool, but she didn't add much to it. If he popped back up again somewhere down the road, it wouldn't have been a problem for me.
I
Massive Genius.
Okay, go ahead. So
No, go ahead, Kiyor.
I completely thought Mo was gonna vote with his dick.
I did.
Have a Mo moment.
Yeah,
another one of my tropes.
Yeah, man, the Mo moment. I could have seen
At the end of the day,
it wouldn't have shocked me.
Y'all are wild, man.
It wouldn't have shocked me.
I made the mistake of doing that over 86 episodes. I made it terrible. I'm glad we didn't do a back of the being the best Gumars. I'm just glad that we didn't, because that would have been nasty.
There would be no way you would get me to do that bracket.
Oh man,
No.
You're your own. Oh man. So, but we got Massive G going to the next round.
is this going to do like the other bracket did? Do you got to figure this full side out before we go to the other side?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's how this website is. Like,
Okay.
I wish there was a way that you could
from side
surpass
to side.
that. Yeah, but honestly, it's like this was one of the only websites I found that like had pictures for like
That's cool.
each. So that's why I used it. So
Nah, it's
Yeah.
fire.
Sounds
How you
good.
use
It
it.
works
Yeah,
out.
thank you. I was just wondering.
yeah.
Yep.
Thanks for putting this together, man. Every time I see Maurice, I think about how Mo kept calling him ugly.
Calling him what?
Ugly. Remember, he was like, man, just can't.
Y'all couldn't get no better looking black person, because that's a trope. Like I was leading.
That's crazy.
Only a black soprano podcast would point out something like that. Like we're talking about like
Mo was disgusted.
like anyway, but
Mo was disgusted about the casting.
yes. So
Mo wanted Eric LaSalle in there or something like that.
hey man,
Jamar Moore.
I want Aaron Pierre. That's Mufasa. No, I'm just like,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
oh my do I gotta spell it out for you? But we got Fabian Febby Petrulio or Maurice Tiffin. We're gonna flip the cycle around. Big Rich Town.
This is Febby, 100% for me. I wasn't on the show when you covered the college episode. I remember being highly upset with both of them for not really giving college is just due.
No, that wasn't me. No. Whoa.
I remember Spike specifically. I thought it was both of you. I remember Spike specifically.
I had real praise
I don't
for
know what y'all
this.
talking about. What y'all talking about?
Oh, you were talking like college was just a pedestrian episode. College was the episode when I first watched Sopranos. That was the one for me.
Yeah,
that was the one. I'm like, okay, then I'm in. This is different. I ain't never seen nothing like this before. I think it was season 1, episode 5. And Febby just kind of brought in a weird, odd way. Febby brought this whole world together.
Yep.
The family life and the mob life kind of connected in one. Because a part of the appeal and part of the shock was this man really just murdered someone with his bare hands while he's taking his daughter on a college visit. That's insane. Mm-hmm. And this man just goes back to the visit like nothing happened. Like, this man is nuts. And Febby's kind of that connecting glue. And the way that we knew a little bit about Febby's character, and that plays a lot. What can you give us with the little information that we have? And we knew that even though he was on the run, he wasn't like a he wasn't an easy mark. He knew he was in the wrong. He was on defense, but Febby could kind of handle his own and kind of knew he had the shot. Like he had the shot.
Mm-hmm.
So I just enjoy his character all around. I'm picking Febby to go this way. I don't really got much to say about Mo.
Okay.
Or Maurice. I don't even want to call him Mo.
Yeah, I'm about to say, hey, all due respect.
Yeah.
Spike Lou.
One of the few times that me and Rich disagree. I do appreciate the college episode, regardless of what I was given when we were doing that. I appreciate the college. I don't think that Febby was a demonstrative enough character for me to give him the win right here. I think Maurice, with the scheme that he was running and like what that meant to Tony's elevation in the game, like that scheme really kind of put him on another level. Running that with Maurice and him being like having pivotal scenes, like whether they were in the little locker room talking about it or either how they hashed it out. I think that was really good to the elevation of Tony. And one of the things that we always commented on as to they never really directly tell you about him moving up tax brackets per se. They just kind of lay it out there, put the breadcrumbs for you to see, and then it happens, and then you see him in the new truck or doing the new things or buying a nice gift for Carmelo or whatever it may be. And I think this was one of these pivotal moments when he met Maurice and that scheme that came from that. So the Febby thing, he didn't have a lot to do with what I feel like the Rich was talking about in the sense of, oh shit, I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen a suburban dad that's in the mob that's going to kill somebody while he's giving his daughter. I don't think Febby had a lot to do with it, even though his character was affected by it. So for those reasonings, I'm going to go with Maurice.
All right.
Like saying black men use his puppets. That's what he said.
That's what he said. Look at him.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Oh man, I Choco Baguette. Chris Falone.
I'm definitely going with Maurice. I gotta agree with Spike. They did really good business. I mean, we're talking like major money here, which was, if you're Tony, you know, that was a huge thing for them. That brought Tony closer to Ralph, and that the whole storyline developed out of that, where, you know, he probably would have knocked Ralph off sooner if they weren't making so much money. So I really extended that story, and I mean, the other guy's a rat. What are you gonna say? Great episode. For me, College is one of the best groundbreaking television episodes of all time that really changed, you know, how we look at anti-heroes in television series. It was the first time that like a star of a show murdered someone and HBO didn't want to let it go through. So it's a huge episode, but we're not going to vote for a rat. Come on.
That's fair. That's fair. That's a
Can't do
fair point.
Can't do it.
Fair point.
Because I remember how we talked about Puss, and I really didn't like, but I kept going back to him being a rat, and I was like, all right, good points made there. Kiori, what you got?
I was honestly on the fence until both Spike and Chris went. I was like, because I was like, I understand what both y'all and Rich were saying, but it's just like Maurice was a way more compelling character. Febby just ratted and died. Yeah. If you really look at the grand scheme of the the season or the series, Maurice had a fleshed out character, so we kind of did get to know more about him. And even though it's like he did fuck over his own community, and I'm a very community oriented person, so it was like that made me pissed off. But
yeah.
Story wise, yeah, I completely didn't think about like the Ralphie part that Chris mentioned. That was a good point. That honestly pushed me over the edge to vote Maurice.
I like it. Y'all make great points.
Damn, y'all making excellent points. However, I'm with Rich on this one, just like I did in real time with the review. I got to go Febby. Febby was a real opponent to Tony. Like, no matter what people want to say, he wasn't a dumb, like he was a rat, but he wasn't moving like he was stupid. Like he really understood. Like he's checking stuff. He's noticing little things moving. He's, you know, while Tony's trying to get the drop on him, he's trying to get the drop on Tony. It's a real great cat and mouse episode, you know, and I think he was a really good opponent. The only difference is, you know, Tony was more ruthless, and that's why Tony got the best of him, you know, and told him like the hustle don't stop and choked him out. You know what I mean? As far as Maurice, I mean, of course, it was a great character for what it is. The scheme was great, you know, compelling. conversational piece that we had about like just who he was. But I mean, just for him being Mr. Nigga for me, I can't like, all right, keep hope alive, brother. Like it's that type of like, man, if you don't, if you don't stop, like that's how I feel as soon as I see like keep hope alive, brother. Yeah, like man, get out of here. He didn't hire some people from The Wire to come over and tear up and shoot people. Like, bro, get your ass up out of here, bro. But he was a good character nonetheless. So that's just my own personal thing. But fortunately, Maurice Tiffin is going forward since we're outvoted on this one. So that's how I go.
Power to the people.
Okay.
Oh man, poor Tracy.
We got Tracy versus Sir Ben Kingsley. All right, so we'll go in reverse order this time. Kiori, who you going with?
This before or after the braces?
Oh man,
she owes me $10,000 for those teeth.
Oh man,
I was gonna say like mainly like story wise, like I would overall pick Tracy because like man, that was such a dark episode. I didn't even expect that to happen to like a woman on that show. I was like, oh man, it was hard to watch. I was gonna say it was probably like after Employee of the Month. I think that's probably the next hardest to watch for me. Like
they're right next to each other too, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like 2 episodes away from each other.
2 episodes apart. Yeah,
it's crazy. They were not holding any bars on that season. God damn it.
They pushed the limits for sure.
Yeah.
I still gotta ask y'all at the end, what's the best season of Sopranos? Save that though. We'll get there at the end. Just out of curiosity. Okay.
So. But Sir Ben Kingsley, I think what I liked about his character in the show was just like he was such a good like he played a good mockery of himself. I thought and he was a good sport about it. Like he really played in being an asshole, which I thought was funny. But it's like just the impact of Tracy really hit, especially like when you see her photo in when Ralphie died. I forgot what was it called.
When Pio
whoever
did this.
Yeah. So I think that really stuck with me after that. So yeah, I'm gonna go Tracy.
That makes sense. I ain't mad at that. Chris Fallone.
Yeah, I gotta go Tracy too, for sure. So Ben Kingsley was good. It was a surprise to see, a British actor on the Sopranos, but Danny Baldwin took him to acting school.
Yeah.
And Tracy, like Kiori said, the impact is massive because that's really when the path starts to separate between Tony and Ralph, and it's pretty much all downhill from there, I think, just about, right? I mean, not long after that, Thanksgiving gets canceled, and it just keeps going down and down and down. So,
great point.
That's a good one.
Spike Lou.
It's Tracy. It's hard to believe that she was a one-off. Like it felt like that she was in multiple episodes. It felt like just from the impact and the thing that we saw it gradually elevate between her and Ralphie to where you thought that she may have been in half of the season.
I know.
But then you go back and you look at it, you're like, oh shit, that was one episode.
Bro.
And then how tragic it was that he did it, and for that to be even a theme throughout when they were talking about it, or would come up in later seasons. I think the impact is there for her. But Ben Kingsley did do a good job of what one of you said, just being an asshole. Like I 1,000,000% would expect him to be like that if I ever met him. Like that is, I feel like that is Ben Kingsley, and he would be an asshole to you just like that. And he nailed the British smug, arrogant asshole. But from impact and the vote for me goes to Tracy.
Yeah. And my favorite thing about the Sir Ben Kingsley in that episode is that Carmine Jr. and Chris weren't even picking up on it. They didn't even know he's been an asshole. Like they were just
they so removed from that world. They so removed from that world. They like
I think my favorite moment is I forget what the actress who ended up getting her bag taken, her gift basket when they punched her. Remember, she saw them outside. She came up and tugged them, and she was like, "What are you doing here?" He said, "Oh, I don't know. Like what the fuck am I doing here? Somebody got to get fired for setting a meeting with these idiots." But no question, it's Tracy. No question, it's Tracy for everything that y'all said. I know excuse me, Mo, you always talk about Tony killing Ralph was when the season or when the series turned dark. This was it. This is when it turned dark. Because to Kiori's point, see Sopranos, I don't know how many times. It's still hard to watch this. There still might be moments where I just skip past it because it's that dark and it's that like Ralph had no regard, and you really hated Ralph.
The nonchalantness that Ralph had towards her.
Is it my fault she's a klutz?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Homeboy got a rhythm, huh? Right.
That's just
same fighting for your life. That's crazy. This is obvious. Like it's Tracy. Ben Kingsley did a good job because I definitely strongly disliked him. But Tracy, her part in this connected so much. There's the Meadow connection. There's when they're having the Thanksgiving, he's looking at her and flashing of Tracy. There's that connection, how it affected Tony. There's the Pie Oh My connection. What did she ever do to you? That connection there. There's the obviously what happened with Ralph connection. And what I was saying, like it got dark. I mean, you're right, absolutely. It was dark before that with this one and University. But as far as I feel like Tony embracing full dark mode, because to like whack him and remember, and even then, like still talk to Tony's like, hey, she's not blood. She's not kin to nobody. Like you was out of pocket, even though, from a moral standpoint, you weren't. And just that connection of knowing that, but you whacked this dude over a horse, and it's like my son is in the hospital. Like it just how the Sopranos said, man, we don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like they just glossed over it, and you're still getting killed. That's why I felt like it got like fully immersed dark because Tony being the leading man. But absolutely, Tracy, just like Spike said, it's crazy. It's one episode.
Yeah,
she's a real good contender. She's gonna be in the Final Four. I'm projecting now. I think she's gonna make it to the Final Four.
Mo, you guys think you think Tony killed Ralph over the horse, or you think he really killed Ralph over Tracy? And the horse was a straw that broke the camel's back.
It's the horse.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I think Tony is. It's like, oh, and this lines up too. I feel like Tony's like it. We would like to think that, like on first watch, when we're still rooting for Tony, we're like, oh yeah, get it back in blood with, him on what he did to Tracy. But I think it really was Pie Oh My, because like Tony in the session with Chris when they're having an intervention, like he's having all these conversations, and Chris has made tons of terrible decisions. But he's like, but Tony is so bamboozled when he's like, and you sat on my dog corset. He's like, wait, what? Like that's the thing that got a reaction.
Was he barking?
Like,
was he barking?
That's the part that got a arousal out of Tony. He was like, oh, wait, what? Like, that's how I feel like with the Pie Oh My. It's like, yeah, I put my hands on you. That's as far as I'm going to take it with Tracy. But, like, to actually kill him, he's sadistic enough, I believe, that it's over a horse.
Yeah, I was going to add on to that. Like, if you go back to that scene of when he was at the Bing looking at Tracy's picture on there, I feel the look on his face made it seem like he was like, oh yeah, and Tracy. It wasn't like, I think it was like, oh yeah, I fuck him because he killed Pie Oh My. And then he saw Tracy's picture. Oh yeah, that too. That's what I got out of that.
Yeah. Oh, this works too. Like,
yeah.
Good points. I think it was because of Pie Oh My. I agree. Is that what you just said, Mo, right?
Yeah, both.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was because of Pie Oh My. Tracy had something to do with it, but the money that was tied into the horse, you doing without asking me, that's the final straw that broke the camel's back as far as like, nah, I'm gonna take you out. And you having no regard for either one of them. Not only did you have no regard for Tracy, I can't really do anything about that, but you have no regard for killing his horse, and we know his affinity for animals. Mm-hmm. And now you just sent me over the edge. So yeah, I think it was more the horse, more so than Tracy, but Tracy had something to do with it.
Okay. All right.
Rich, what you think? I think same. Like it was well, I think a little bit. That was just that was the latest incident. You know what I mean? I think if you take Pie Oh My, if you reverse the order, you know what I mean? If Pie Oh My happens first and then Tracy happens second, I think he still kills Ralph. I think it's like this is too much. Like you're taking me to some points, and you're stepping on my authority. I don't like you in general, and I think it just would have got taken there. Like now, there's too many marks, too many strikes. I got to get rid of him. He was wrong either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a mix of both.
What did you think, Chris? Did you ever think it was because of Tracy?
You know what? The only reason I brought it up is because I think it was Talking Sopranos, and David Chase said he killed Ralphie over Tracy, and I never saw that. I always thought it was because of the horse.
Yes.
I just wanted to know what you guys thought.
That's cap.
I never saw it that way. If he wanted to kill him over Tracy, he would have killed him when it happened.
He would have did it sooner.
2 seasons and kill him later, you know?
Yeah.
So I always thought it was about the horse, and the business is a big part of it too, because obviously they're making money over the horse and so on and so forth. So not only did you go into his pocket, but we know how Tony is with animals, so he had a double reason to kill him, triple reason, because he didn't like him to begin with. So
yeah, right. Yeah.
I think it being Tracy is just too. I think David Chase is saying that trying to be more. We've seen from a lot of his comments, trying to be deeper than what it is. Like the horse was the thing that broke. Like, nah, I'm not doing it because he loved that horse.
Yeah. Hugh, did you hear? I lost my horse.
My son is in the hospital. Like, bro, try to really debate with that's crazy. I really try to debate.
That is sick, my son.
Oh man. All right. So like he already said, the way the bracket's set up, we got to focus first on our Eastern Conference before we get to the Western Conference. So now we're going further down in the rounds here, and we got to make our decision all the way to the finals, and then we go to the other side. So that's the way it is. I don't know why it. Hold on, real quick, because it moved. Okay, yeah, I guess you can move that out somehow, or I don't know what just happened.
I think you should just refresh it and just do the left side again.
Okay.
At that point, I had to commit. Hey, that shit. He said that shit so nonchalant.
See, I don't even know. See, this pairing is not there anymore. I don't know if I need.
But you just X'd it out. How you X?
I know to X this out, but what I'm saying is over here, these two are paired.
That's funny.
Click on it. Click on this picture. I think that's how you got the other one back. No, click on the first one.
Dude.
Like,
that's how'd you get the first one back?
Yeah, you just did it with the other one.
If you want, I could try to share my screen because I got it pulled up on my end too.
Okay, let me see if I can.
Thank you all fancy because you got your degree and stuff.
You know everything. You know every fucking thing.
Mo, you don't get that reference. You know where that's from?
He has no idea what that's from. He has no idea what that's from. And he'll never watch the movie, so it doesn't even matter. He'll never watch it.
I don't blame him though, because while y'all doing it, I watched Straw.
Yeah,
but that's a horror movie. It's a Tyler Perry horror movie. It's
I'm not
insane.
watching no Tyler Perry movie.
I know that's why.
That's where that reference comes from.
Is that Tyler Perry movie? That's Oprah. I thought that was Oprah.
I thought that was Tyler Perry.
He might have had something to do with it.
Same thing. What's the difference? What's the difference?
Y'all can see the screen, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we can see it.
Perfect. See, man, thank you. See that? How old are you, Kiori?
28.
Exactly. That's why. Yeah.
I was gonna say to make y'all feel bad. I was 2 years old when it came out. When Sopranos came out.
That's wild.
Hey, I ain't mad at it. Look. But yeah, so you can navigate it. I'll just continue to lead the conversation. So now we're in the next round. Annalisa Zuka versus Massive Genius. Rich.
Annalisa. Going with Annalisa, man. For all the reasons I mentioned earlier. I will say I like both of their storylines, their arcs. Like there could have been arcs, is what I'll call them. Like if they continue with their characters, what could have potentially happened? Annalisa, I think, has a higher ceiling and plays more of a central figure in the story. And like all of us said when we did the first round, a real fucking boss. Chris Malone said it's like we slapping up kids in the street. I called that. That was my decision. I told them to do that. Like I'm running shit for real. So Annalisa.
Okay. Spike.
You have a real hard time being able to give any like picks to Massive Genius in this. Like, even though I would like for him to move on, I thought the storyline was dope, but Annalisa was a real boss. A true unicorn in the Sopranos universe, in the sense of like a woman with power, not having to use. I said in the first round, not using her husband, not using anything else, but just a true woman with power and being able to do things, and something that an experience that Tony had never ever came across before. So that means something in this world. Massive Genius. I do think that storyline was important as well for the music business and the exposure of Hesh and things of like that they were going back and forth with the, I don't even know, the Jewish people about. But yeah, Annalisa is my pick.
Okay. Chris Fallon.
Yeah, I'll go with Annalisa too. And for me, she's so important to the story because she's a gangster in her own right. Like you guys said, she's got her own power, and she's that way the perfect opposite of Carmela, because she doesn't have to strong arm anybody with the only weapon she has. She's just gonna have her boys smack you up. So
That's a good pull.
This guy over here.
That was a good pull.
That was good. This guy's good. Kiori.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Annalisa. Especially like, yeah, still, I don't know, that caricature of Massive Genius still gets on my nerve because it reminds me of Mr. Kim.
The picture's
yeah,
crazy.
I was like, it reminds me of Mr. Kim. Is like how y'all were saying like how Massive Genius had a plot that moved the story forward because Mr. Kim was the reason that Tony B became a mobster again. But it's like, man, I do not want to hear this Elmer Fudd ass accent. It's like no Caldwell. What the fuck is that?
Bro, hey, Kiori, when you said I've never heard this, that's why I love.
I never thought about that. That's a good point.
Kiori said yellow. He said he went all yellow face, bro. I'd
love to hear that perspective.
Heard that. I mean, obviously, you know, blackface with black. When you say yellow face, I was in tears, bro. I was
I never heard that either.
Oh my god,
that's good.
No, that's a true thing in our community. Is like yellow face is huge because there's white people who would like tape their eyes and like have buck teeth. It was crazy.
Damn.
Holy shit.
And
we really connected to this thing. Damn.
So yeah, obviously Annalisa. But yeah, obviously Annalisa. Plus, she has my favorite. Like, I think one of y'all said in that episode, like, "Oh, she was the only woman to ever go." Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. I mean, Annalise. You know, I love Massive Genius, but Annalise, just much more of an important character. Real quick, I would like to. Well, y'all probably. Which episode did y'all like better? And a hit is a hit or commendatory? Because these are the ones that they were one-off in. Just
commendatory.
Yeah. I'm about to say, what are we talking about?
No, but you forget. Y'all forgetting one scene in a hit is a hit. That why I got it over it.
What the welfare?
Go back in the studio, take the drugs. I'm not fucking around this time. Like that scene alone.
that still doesn't do it for me. Going back to Italy with a show like Sopranos, that's just gonna get
right.
Yeah, but that is a hilarious, one of the most underrated hilarious scenes in The Sopranos. Yeah, man. Spike up. Told that man to spike up.
Spike up. Like it was not playing, bro. I'm not playing. I'm not playing these games. My girl got a little interest in invested in these, and she know talent. Man, spike up and let's get these hits, bro. Like
that's funny.
He didn't want to take the drugs because he wanted to prolong it, so he didn't have to go back to Kinko's.
One of the great Christopher moments, right?
Yes, there. Bro.
Straight
yes.
Up.
So,
Straight
but yeah. All right. Fair enough. Okay. Is it what on Kiori this time?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's like it's just that impact of Tracy is just still like I still feel it to this day. I think just plain and simple. So I'm gonna still stick with Tracy.
Chris,
I'll go with Tracy too, even with the braces.
She's a whore.
One, she's a whore. Two, she hit me.
Oh man, Spike Lee.
Yeah, I gotta go Tracy. I think this is gonna be sweeps. Like Maurice did good to make it to this round, but again, just double down on the impact that Tracy had in one episode is insane. Like, yeah.
It's connected to like 3 or 4 additionally. You know what I mean? So
like there's
I'm not gonna lie, y'all made some compelling arguments in the first round for Maurice. got me thinking about a story more. But it's Tracy.
Yeah, Tracy.
Yeah,
Damn, these were both involving Ralphie. That's crazy.
Great
true.
Hey, the two sides of Ralphie.
Two sides of Ralphie.
Two sides of Ralphie, honestly.
He's a frustrating guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Just can't get it right.
Where's the cheese grater when you need it? All right. And last on this side of the bracket, Annalise, Zuka, or Tracy?
Damn. I gotta start this out. Shit.
Yeah. I think
I gotta go Tracy, man.
It's impact versus likability. You know what I mean?
I gotta go Tracy because a lot of my a lot of what I'm thinking when it comes to Annalisa and my admiration for her is a lot of it is hypothetical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's what if. As much as she killed Commendatore, don't get me wrong, but there's so much more that I wanted from her. We got they took every last. That's not the right way to say it. I was about to say something that fucked up, but
Moism. You finna
they
do a
use
Moism.
well they use every single thing they could from character Tracy. They didn't leave anything behind. Like you got more than you expected. You progress the story. I'm going with Tracy, man. Got to. That's tough though. Damn, that's tough.
It is. It really is. Spike.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on, real quick before you go.
I'm glad I did a delayed the pause.
Because now I'm thinking. Am I judging this by character?
It's one-off
situation.
It's like that's kind of the one-off. Now you.
If it's a character, I gotta go with Annalisa.
Okay.
Annalisa's a better character. Tracy had the better scenario for the story as a whole.
What is his best one-off character?
I mean,
is that the title? Best one-off character? Okay, yes. So we're getting to best.
Damn, I don't know, man. Because Tracy played her role very well too. Fuck. I'm gonna stick with Tracy.
I like it. I like challenging the play.
I understand the back and forth that you have it, Rich, because I'm doing the same thing now. Annalise is like a fantasy in the Sopranos world. Tracy is the reality in the Sopranos world. Yeah. And that's what makes her more compelling as a character to me. The Annalise character, that's the unicorn in this universe. And it sounds good. It looks good in Italy. But when you come back to the 50 states, Tracy is more likely to happen in the Sopranos universe. And that's why it was so good. We could understand this a lot more. It's the reason that Tony looked at Meadow and was like, that can't happen to my daughter. So even though I love the Annalise character and all the things that we propped her up until this point, if we're going to the reality of what the Sopranos universe is, the Tracy character is the character that's more compelling because, one, it drove so many storylines, and two, it's just the reality of the situation. It's why, Rich, we love The Wire so much. Like, there is no sugarcoating it. Like, this character is going to get what they deserve. Not saying that she deserved it, but she put herself in situations as to where, damn, now you face first in the Bing parking lot because you fucking with a dirtbag like Ralph. And that's the world that they were living in. They weren't living in a world where, oh, I'm cutting my toenails out here on this balcony and my servants are picking them up. Like, we didn't see that, which made it compelling and why Annalise made it this far in the bracket. But the reality of the situation is Tracy is directly out of the Sopranos world, so I got to go with Tracy.
That's why he's a professional, ladies and gentlemen. That's why he's a professional. and a quote to quote Snoop, deserve got nothing to do with it.
Got nothing to do.
Right.
Do. Chris.
I gotta go the other way. I gotta go with Annalisa. Yeah, for sure. You know what?
This is a great round right here.
The way I see it is Tracy she's not cut out for it. She's a hanger-on. This is a show about gangsters. And Annalisa is a gangster, her own right. Tracy's kind of like a hanger-on. She's not cut out for it. She gets snuffed out too early. And the thing is with Annalisa, you can imagine. With Tracy, there's no imagining. That's it. It's over. We saw what happened. With Annalisa, you can think about what's going on over there. You know, what's her interaction with Furio when he comes back? How is she running a family when the husband dies? She's, you know, there's more there behind what we actually see that you could actually, you know, consider and think about. So I'll go with Annalisa.
I ain't mad at that.
Great point.
So I'm loving this. Kiori.
Yeah, man. This is a hard round.
This is difficult. Because I was like, when Spike was talking about fantasy versus reality, I just immediately, Annalisa is like straight out of Godfather. Tracy's like straight out of Goodfellas. That's how I'm thinking of it right now.
Oh, that's a good point.
I like that.
The thing is, like, I think about like how much I love rewatching Commendatory. That's what's kind of like upping it for Annalisa for me. Just Tracy's story is so depressing, but I think it sets more dominoes. But I think if I were to, if you just ask me right now on the spot, I'm gonna still pick Annalisa. I'll be honest. Because it's like I think it's like I enjoyed watching Annalisa. I know it's like, oh yeah, larger than life, but I think I'm just gonna go with that.
Great points.
Yeah, great points.
Is it 2-2 or is
yes,
it
2-2?
It's 2-2. Yeah. For me, I look at it like this. I look at if first off, which character could I watch a episode centered around? Like they're the lead and we're following them.
Yeah.
You know, there's plenty of shows that have done stuff like this. And also, which character would I be okay if they like had a spinoff? Which one would I be more apt to watch? And with that being said, it's pretty obvious at that point. It's Annalisa.
Yeah.
But that goes against the whole premise of one-off character, though, right?
Yeah, like but it's like, who left you wanting more? That's what I'm getting at. Like Tracy didn't leave me wanting more. Even if Tracy didn't meet her demise, I still wouldn't have wanted more. She was just She was just another. Maybe after the braces, you know, we'll come back to this conversation. But that's I didn't see that coming. Sorry.
Maybe after the braces. Hey, Bo's an idiot, man.
Hey, you caught me off guard. It all sat in for a second.
Chris said, "You sure?"
I did it all kind of just that was good. It was good. But Annalise, like, she just left me wanting more. Her character was so interesting. I can't say how much I would have loved to watch her more, like, again, get another episode or even a spinoff. Like, just seeing like a show like that with her as a woman boss in today's era would go crazy easily with the type of shows we got, cinematography and writing. But Tracy, you know, we love Tracy and the dominoes are definitely there. But it's not a character. It's a great one-off character for what it's set up, but it's not a. I didn't need more. I didn't want more or desire more when it came to what she did. I definitely wanted more with Annalisa. So for those reasons, I got to go.
I'm not mad at it.
That was the closest one.
Yeah. We on the other side now.
Okay. Before we go to the next side, I was gonna say I do have to leave in like 40 minutes, so I think we do just to be time conscious. Sorry about that.
Hey, no,
that's all good.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, we'll get this one knocked out.
All right. Who is I guess that's on you first then, Kiori.
Oh, okay. Okay. Always first off premise, Mo wanted to have Marvin and Deluxe in here. It wasn't my choice, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
All I could think of is like, I know Baby Boy.
I know Baby Boy.
Tony Soprano, original G, you know.
But obviously, I mean, look at my ethnicity. I gotta go Carter.
Ride for the home team. Come on now.
But I was like, I made a
I ain't mad at
whole
it.
synopsis why on that on that episode, like why I believe Carter Chong is like my favorite, or it like probably the best one-off character in my opinion. Just because like the way he was able to represent Asian American, like it's not like, oh, we're just like good grade having like good at school, like this guy struggled, but it's not, he's not a caricature like Mr. Kim was. And it is like, it shows depth in, like, it's not just he's Asian, that's his character. It's more like, oh, he is this person, but he's also Asian. So that's really like made me really love this character. And he had a compelling story, and his acting chops was crazy. Like when
I
he was
really
like, yeah. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
now that was a great job explaining it, and even coming from the perspective of being Asian as well. I like to hear that because these two, I can't relate at all like you're relating to Carter Chong to Marvin and Deluxe. Like I can't relate at all as a black man to those two black men. I do not get it. I get it as David Chase writing that in the script for that to only be there. I'm also voting with you, Kiori Carter Chong. Like it was so compelling seeing him talk to his mom and the things that he was supposed to be and the expectations of him because he's Asian and just how he gravitated towards Junior and Junior not even really under like Junior can't even process it because of his old Italian brain. Like it was so good to watch. So I'm going Carter Chong too.
Mm. You already went, Chris? I'm sorry.
No, but I'm going with Carter too. I mean, the acting was terrific, like you guys said, and they played a little bit on the stereotype with the mom come in and she's obviously super straight laced, and but then you see the opposite side of it where, like Yori said, he's got his own demons and he's going on trying to figure things out, and in a lot of ways he's like Tony in that regard, maybe just a little less lucky. And the other guys, I mean, you know, I paid Bobby to shoot him in the ass. So
Yeah,
Right. Like
yeah.
I can't
what are we
support
talking
that.
about? Why are we doing that?
Right. And Spike
Facts.
definitely brought things in perspective for me.
If you get shot in the ass, I'm not buying your record. Forget it.
Yeah.
Never.
There's
Straight
no
up.
way.
If you pay
No, that's
somebody,
on
pay
purpose.
somebody to shoot you in the ass. You know what I mean?
If that ever came out, you might as well be working at Kinko's as well.
Absolutely.
Like straight up, because that you can't live that down.
Nah. Rich.
Yeah, Carter as well. For all the reasons they said, just more compelling, diving into a new area of Sopranos with this character. Just I'll never forget every time I watch this, when we talk about acting, just the expression acting when he sees Junior take the medicine. It's kind of like everything that I believe in. Like everything I believe in right now in this place was just crushed to the point where I'm attacking him later on in the episode and the whole nine. So you take a Junior-centered episode and you walk away with it from a new perspective with Carter. Like you remember him specifically.
Yeah.
Every time that episode comes on, it's like a tandem. It's not just Junior. So Carter gets the nod.
Yeah, of course, Carter. This is easily Carter. The interesting thing about Carter, all the things I said, but there's this sore thumb. He stands out amongst everybody. You kind of look at him like, why is he in here?
Yeah.
Why is he in here? And what, you know, and they hold the reveal. They hold the reveal. So eventually, you know, they do reveal what the issue is, but they hold it. And you're like, dang, this dude's brilliant. I don't understand why he's in here. And they don't reveal it until the kind of very end when obviously, you know, he takes the medicine and you say, oh, this is why you're here. So that whole reveal and just there, it was so layered. You wanted more from Carter for sure.
Yes.
So absolutely, Carter Chong.
Oh shit, this is a good one.
This is a good one.
This is a good one.
All right,
Damn.
so our next one,
Why
Warren.
I gotta start on the fucking difficult ones?
Warren Feldman or John Schwinn. Now, John Schwinn was what was he, the scientist?
He was scientist.
Scientist, really like an Einstein type of character that was in the hospital. And then Warren Feldman was the former doctor that you know, had to commit to his wife cheating. So he had to commit to murdering her, the lover and the mailman that was helping Johnny Sacramone. So yeah. Big Rich.
At first glance, it looks like it's kind of difficult, but I gotta give it to Warren Feldman. I just think he's the character you think about more. John Schwinn played a big moment for Tony in one of his most vulnerable states. That was a good character to be there and kind of give that advice and kind of give the idea of what's important, what's not, how quickly things could change. But Warren Feldman, man, we got the last episode with Johnny Sack. Kind of what you said, Mo, where it's like, why are you in here? Like, you were a doctor. What happened? And then the whole spiel about why he is in there. It's a classic Sopranos moment. He's really giving hope. He's really giving hope until he realizes there is no hope. And once again, I think that's a lot about what the Sopranos is. And at the end, like, you think it's one thing, but it's not. So I'm going with Warren Feldman there. I got to, yeah. Sidney Pollack, fucking G, man.
Come on, man. Spike Lou.
Yeah, the nonchalantness of how Warren told his story. Like, I had to commit at that point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are gangsters. I understand that, but there's still also terrible fucking people in this world, and I'm one of them. But I also am smart enough to be able to assist you in this thing that you're going through because I respect you as a gangster. Like, it was so he did it so subtle and so well. Like, I have to go with Warren. And the John stuff, I've never been a science guy. One of my worst subjects in school. Like, it bored me. I got it. And it was a time that Tony needed it, but it just didn't impact the way that Warren stuff does. So I'm definitely going Warren.
Okay. Chris Fallon.
I'm going to go with Warren too, and I think Spike really hit on a couple points that I like about Warren too as a character. It's the duality of the fact that, like you guys said, this guy's a doctor and so on, but he's also a piece of shit. We're talking about a guy that wiped out his entire family and the mailman and the neighbor and whatever else. So he, you know, there's that perfect yin and yang thing with him going there that we see a lot throughout The Sopranos. And, you know, the physicist or whatever, I don't even know what the hell he was talking about.
Right.
The boxes were the same. I didn't need that. I didn't need any of that.
I didn't
The hell out of me.
yeah.
That's when I got up to get a beer.
That's when I got up. Last time I saw you, you was driving in the car. As far as I know, you should still be there. Kiori.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's gonna be a sweep because I was gonna say I remember Warren way more than John. John's just like a charming old man, but Warren was just funny. I was just like, oh yeah, I just had to commit up, just like nonchalant.
Yeah,
but I was like, is he? It made me even think it's like, was he even really a good doctor? Because like he misdiagnosed John Sacramone, and I was like, oh, he just died anyway.
Oh,
so I was like, even more.
Dang, I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm going Warren.
Wasn't. Yeah, it's Warren. I'll say this about John Schwinn. This is what summarizes his character. A lot of people got so much love for John Schwinn, but here's what summarizes his character. Deluxe, he says all this whole concept and theory about how there is no negative and positive. He goes into this and pretty much Deluxe just says, so everything is everything. Just like that. Like, that's the type of person I am. Like, immediately when he says, so everything's everything, like, that's pretty much what he's saying. No good or bad at all. It's all connected. But Warren, like you said, like all the things y'all said, the nonchalant, it was such a good story. I wish I could have just seen it play out. Like, you talk about flashbacks. Of course, it wouldn't fit this show, but like, man, if there could have been a flashback or deleted, like, we could have seen this play out. I just would have loved to seen this dude like walk in and just like you could see him going through the thoughts, just being an intelligent doctor and just like, oh, I got to kill him. Oh, there's somebody else. I got to do this too. So yeah, I Warren Feldman for sure. I mean, we all know this is a sweep.
It's a sweep, yeah.
But the for those that are listening and not watching, Bobby Bacalieri Sr., the Terminator, or Leon Wilmore, the black police officer that pulled Tony over, had no grace, just doing his job. That was a funny episode when we talked about him. Yeah.
You said it's a sweep. We all going Leon, right?
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
This
Bobby
fucking
Senior
guy.
just coughed and died.
This fucking guy.
That is hilarious. You're right though. Like you did get the harder pick to start off with, Rich. Now we got the easy pick. And so,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Another toothpick.
Another toothpick. Yeah. All right. Well, so we all got sweeps. We all going Bobby here, but just whatever you want to say about it. If you want to say anything, Kiori or Chris.
Let's hold it off because since we got to talk about them next round, let's talk about it then.
Yeah,
good point.
True.
Good point.
Yeah, because there's not much to talk about Officer Wilmore.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, all I would say was Officer Wilmore is he deserved everything he got.
Yeah, Spike was keep going crazy
Oh,
on
yeah.
him. In the episode, Spike was going crazy. I was like, bro, he's just doing his job. He's like, nah, forget all
That's
that.
why.
He's probably watching this right now because we know he can't work overtime anymore. So
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
probably watching.
That's why they call Spike a Republican.
Exactly. Exactly.
No regard for Leah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. The next one we got Valerie, the Russian, or John Favreau.
Well, here's an easy one for you, Rich.
I'm about to say, yeah, Valerie, man. Easily, not even close. I mean, I'm a big John Favreau fan, like just in real life. He was playing himself. I'll never get over the Chris and John Favreau meeting in the hotel. Like one of my favorite Sopranos moments, and Chris just on 10. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Put him in the headlock at one point, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Pulled the gun out on him, like.
But Valerie, man, Valerie, yes, we'll save more talk for him as we move on. But Valerie,
Spike.
Yeah, definitely Valerie. Beast. Like the pajamas out in the middle of the Pine Barrens, and like I'm still fighting for my life. I ain't just like conceding to y'all killing me out here, and y'all gotta figure the fuck out what's going on with me. Did I jump out this tree or am I still alive? That even being a part of Sopranos lore this far along after the show is dead, yeah, Valerie.
Chris.
Valerie, for sure. Like you said, he's a beast. He got his head turned into a moonroof and he just walked away from it like nothing
I'm
happened.
still moving.
still moving around. Shit crazy.
Kiori.
Yeah, nothing else to say. Just easy. It's interior designer.
House of this apartment look like shit.
I actually crazy. I had John Favreau, honestly, and not even to be a contrarian in this. I literally did. Oh, because because of that Chris scene, there was so many moments in the Chris scene that was so good. From the cafe scene talking about this transgender person to like being in the hotel, the floor is tar, like that whole thing, bang, like all of that, like it was so many funny moments, him tweaking out and John Favreau being uncomfortable. Like it was a really good moment. Valerie, it didn't offer me as much as a character, more so than Paulie and Chris's what they did. Like it was more on Paulie and Chris. John Favreau, I feel like he kind of brought just slightly more, even though I don't feel like either one of them brought a whole ton as one-off characters in comparison. Like if they would have been on the other side, they would have got washed by Maurice or, washed by Febby. You know what I mean? So they're definitely in the Eastern Conference. The old East, I guess. I don't know what it's like now. So yeah, definitely, obviously, Valerie is the winner of this round. Oh, here we go. Best one-off characters. Just keeping that at the forefront of it all. Kiori.
I mean, I already went into my preamble of like why Carter's the best one. So
okay.
It's just like Warren is like he was more of a funny character. Oh, I was like, his existence was funny. Yeah. Carter, you actually saw like the storyline play out. Like Warren just had a fun story of like how he got there. Okay. To me.
Okay. Chris.
I'll go with Carter too. I like the character better, and I think he's more important to the show because his storyline is tied to Junior, whereas Warren's is tied to Johnny Sack, and I think the Junior Carter situation where he beats him up, and then at the end we see Junior with the cat, and you really see him fall off the deep end. That's like a watershed moment for Junior and the series as a whole, and Carter's like a major part of that. So, and the acting was terrific too. I think he's probably in more scenes than Warren. So, definitely Rush Hour. I'll go with Carter.
Yeah,
I was gonna mention that.
Hey, yeah, man, absolutely. The one that we called Junetao, and he wasn't even Junetao. People still
he's
call
forever
him
Junetown, but he's never been Junetown ever.
He's never been Junetao. It's the Mandela
Some
effect.
old British guy was Junetao.
Right. Sinbad made a genie movie. We still saying that.
I forget that actor's name, but he was really good in Michael Clayton. The old dude in Rush Hour, he was really good in Michael Clayton. If anybody's ever seen
That's
that.
Tom Wilkinson, I think.
Thank you. Yeah. I couldn't remember his name, but yeah, he put on a hell of a performance.
Spike Lee. Who you got, Carter or Warren?
It's closer than I'd like to give credit to, but I'm going to go with the panel here and go Carter, just because of the impact that it played in a sense of we got a reality of, oh shit, this is Junior now. And not even this is Junior now, going back to Many Saints and saying, oh, this has been Junior forever. This is what he's wanted to be. And Carter was the person that brought that out to us as viewers. Like we got to witness it, and Carter looking at him like, oh, you're not that dude. Like we seen it in Many Saints. Like, oh, okay, you're a sucker, Junior. And yeah, Carter being able to really hit home on that with the acting chops were amazing. He did his thing in this. Warren was great, but it didn't hit the timeline of the Sopranos as much as Carter did. So I'm gonna go Carter too.
Rick.
Same. I'll go Carter. Warren, I love Warren. We all love Warren. We know somebody like Warren, but and what I mean by that is he's been getting free drinks off the same story for years. Like we love that character because of one specific moment. Now he was good in the entire episode, but that one moment like really was always have us remember it. With Carter was much more complex, and then the acting on top of it. So I'm going with Carter.
Yeah. 5-0. Carter's just more layered.
Yeah.
So much more layered. Like you if you hadn't been familiar with the show and watching it in real time, I can only imagine you'd be like, oh, the episode's over. You feel like you're gonna get more from the character. Like you're like, okay, what else is gonna happen? What else is he gonna do? You know, Carter Chong for sure.
Oh shit. This would have been a hell of a one-on-one.
So we got Bobby.
If the Terminator was tasked to take out Valerie, that would have been a hell of a one-on-one.
Yeah, that would have been a So we got Bobby Bacalieri Sr. or Valerie the Russian in the next round. It's on you, Rich.
Nah, it's on Kiori.
It's always on Rich.
Is it on me?
No, it's always on Rich.
It's on me. Fuck, man. Okay. All right. Valerie. I gotta go Valerie. Because it's kind of like what I said earlier. I forget which character it was. Bobby Bacalieri Sr. I'm more interested in what he was than what we saw this episode. Okay. I love Bobby, and I love the fact that he was still getting it done at that age and that condition. Mustang Sally and his boy got fucked up, but also hated to see him go out the way he did.
Yeah.
Legacy guy. Fuck. Hold on, man.
So like, okay.
Yeah, I'm giving it to Bobby, actually. I'm giving it to Bobby Sr. just because of what I said. Like that showed me you were really about this life. You went in there, barely breathed.
Yeah.
And knocked off two people much younger than you. Their combined age might not even be your age.
Yeah.
And got it done and still were able to get away. You a fucking G. Valerie's just such lore. I hate to go against it. Hopefully, I wouldn't be mad whoever wins.
One off character though, like the actual character versus the.
Yeah. Oh shit. Well, I guess that's. I don't know, man. Valerie's like a unicorn, man. He's like a myth. He's like a mythological figure.
He is.
You know, so more than a character. I'm gonna give it with Bobby because we did get a lot more. Like mostly with Valerie was him missing, him looking for him.
Yeah.
His time on screen really wasn't a ton. Exactly. It's the fact that he escaped, which we don't even know for sure what happened. I'm gonna give it to Bobby. I'm gonna give it to Bobby.
Going with Bobby? Bobby Sr. Yeah. All right. Spike Lou.
The thing about Valerie is how when we first were introduced to him with the remote and all of the stuff that he did, it was just like he was such a outside of the box type of character that someone that Paulie would be dealing with, or even Chris. And even Chris being like, look, bro, like, don't deal with this dude like this. He ain't one of them, like, assholes off the streets that you can just treat any kind of way. Like he legit, and we got that from him, not through words, just his screen presence, which was amazing. But still, I gotta side with Rich here in the Bobby shit because like I can barely breathe. It ain't that I didn't get the job done. It was just that I had other shit going on that fucked me up after I got the job done that made it where it seemed like I went out sad in this, but he didn't. He was still that age putting in that type of work. And when they made the call to say, hey, you the person that need to do this, he did it.
Yeah.
He got it done at that age, in his condition. So as much as I would like to say Valerie here because of the lure, like you said, Rich, I got to go with Bobby too.
Yeah, that's why I landed there too. Gotcha.
Yeah. Chris.
For me, definitely Bobby. And I'll tell you guys this because I think I sent Mo a message a couple weeks ago specifically about Bobby Sr. because for me, David Chase is an absolute terrorist for not putting this guy in Many Saints. How did we not get Bobby in Many Saints?
Great fucking point.
Great pool.
Great fucking
I never even thought about that till you just said it. That's a hell of a pool.
You know, what was Bobby, right? We know he was Junior's driver. So we see Junior get hurt. Why couldn't Bobby drive him somewhere, something like that? Or better still, why couldn't Bobby do the hit on Dickie?
There you go.
For me, that would have been great.
Great point.
Terminator.
Just for the Sopranos, like you said, he got rid of those two guys. And for me, him shooting through the chair is one of the best scenes in The Sopranos. I love that.
Yeah.
And the way he goes out, I don't even hold that against him. That's a gangster's death. That's it, man. He lived it till the end. So it's got to be Bobby.
Yeah, that's a great pool. Damn, I can't believe I never thought about that.
Yeah, I think I thought about it one time, and it slipped my mind, but I thought about it one time. Maybe even said it in an episode. I don't know. Kiori.
Yeah, damn. Chris just like completely like got me on Bobby's side because I was like, honestly, if I was thinking about it, it's like for Bobby, I originally thought it was like, or Bobby Sr. I was like, yeah, it's like you learn more about him when he's not on screen than when he was on screen, which I thought was very interesting. Because I was like thinking back, like Valerie and Bobby Sr. probably had the same amount of screen time, like very minimal. But damn, now Chris got me thinking Bobby, so I'm probably gonna go with that.
Yeah, we got a winner.
Yeah, Bobby as well. Bobby Sr. the Terminator. Like you said, the off-screen thing of Bobby Jr., you know, obviously, or, you know, Bobby Bacala that we know. Just that whole scene of like your father was a Terminator. You know, my father never wanted this for me. He wanted me to cut hair. All of that, like, you know, that lure around it. But even outside of the lure, because we're keeping it focused on one-off characters, like he was coughing so much, he started making me cough watching the episode. Like
she was uncomfortable,
bro. It was making.
If I ever heard anybody coughing like that around me, I'm
you said it when we did the episode.
Yeah,
he was like, hey, like to go out, smoke the cig, the blood on the face, like yeah.
Even Johnny Sack wasn't coughing that bad, and he had stage 5.
He had lung cancer.
He had stage 5. You know what I mean? All right, so Bobby Bacalieri Sr. is moving to the next round. Ooh, well, I think we know, but it is interesting.
All right, this ain't my time.
Yeah. You happy about that, Kiori?
It's still easy for me though.
right. I should have known. Yeah.
It was just like sorry to cut you off, Mo, but I was like, it was mainly that. Like I mentioned, Bobby didn't really have that much screen time. You learn more about him when like other people were just talking about him. Carter, we saw real time, like his character, which was what I thought was more enticing.
Okay. So he's going Carter Chong. Chris.
This is probably the toughest one. This is the one that I wish was the final because I think these are the two best. But for me, and you know what? Carter, I think, does a good job. But Bobby, for me, is a gangster's gangster. And I love the acting job of, you know how many takes they do, 5, 6, 7, 8 takes for a scene. How did this guy walk around and cough for like 3 days? How did he do this? So I gotta go with Bobby for sure.
Spike Lee.
Gangster's gangster.
Hey, I like it that you frame your narrative of how you view The Sopranos. Everybody kind of focus on something different when watching The Sopranos. So I like that you've driven the point home of gangster is how you see watching it. So that's dope.
The gangsters thing is persuading me, Chris. Like, because with what Carter did in the screen time that he had, and then the climax of the whole episode with him getting into the fight, is like it's perfect.
And they're
And
connected
the
to Junior
acting,
too.
it connected to Junior. The acting is good. It makes so much sense. But then I go back to my overall decision with Tracy and Annalise is like, what are we here for? What are we doing in the world of the Sopranos? And what Carter did was great, but in the world of the Sopranos and being the gangster's gangster, and even with the stories that are told about Bobby, and then we see him do it at that age, in that mental, or excuse me, that physical space that he was in, it's like, oh, this is what this is. That was what it was about being in before the end, like the whole show is about. Like Bobby Sr. is like, oh, okay, this is the real story of the gangsters that we're looking at. So Carter is, I want to go with him, but I gotta go Bobby to what Chris said. Like, he a gangster's gangster. Like, I did this to my dying breath, literally.
That was very well said. I get both sides, and that's what makes this show great, because you get it. Both are deserving. But I think I have to lean with what Chris is saying. I say it all the time. I remember talking to On Deck, Spike and AB. I said, man, one thing I love about y'all episodes, there's a time capsule for the time. Right? I can go back to an episode, and this is what was going on in 2016, 2018 by listening to it. I feel the same way about this show. One thing I always harped on was, we only get one shot at this. You know what I mean? Like, I want to get every thought I have about The Sopranos out. It's important each episode, each scene, because we're not going to really have a reset or go back. If I go back and I look at this and I think about what The Sopranos is, and I look at the finals, I can't put Carter in over Bobby. I just can't. Even though he deserves it and the character's incredible, I think when it's all said and done, it has to be a gangster in the finals, and I got to go with Bobby Sr.
Damn.
It's tough, man. That's tough.
It is. I think I'm leaning on what you said, Rich. Really, it's like, because we already know that, you know, Annalisa's on the other side, and when we get down to the core, one-off characters in the world of Tony Soprano, I gotta go Bobby Bacala Sr. Like, for all the reasons y'all said. And what better way to go out? He went out guns blazing. You know what I mean? Like, the blood on the mouth, the cigarette smoke. Like, I'm gonna smoke this cigarette regardless of my condition. Couldn't reach for his, asthma or whatever the thing that he was trying to reach for. Like, he went out on his own terms. And even Gigi, making that call to say, Tony was like, yeah, let old man Bacala do it. And Bacala took pleasure in it. Cause, like, bro, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm retired. I'm done with this game. I'm done with the game. Like, he's like, bro, I take pleasure in this. I don't care nothing. I need some excitement. You talking whack some people? Yeah, absolutely. This is what I do. I ain't got nothing else going on. I'm in my 70s. Absolutely. I'm more gangster than Junior. Junior shot his nephew. He caught a hit on his nephew. He shot his nephew when his brain wasn't all the way together. I'm coherent and I'm getting busy. I'm killing these youngsters out here. So I gotta go Bacala Sr., man.
That's a tough one. Real quick, because I know we about to wrap up here with the final. No explanation, just an answer. Carter or Tracy? Since those are the two, like, that's a consolation bracket. Carter or Tracy? No explanation, just an answer.
Carter.
Tracy.
Carter.
I mean, Carter. But I was like,
Carter.
the way Chris, like, man, it's deeper than rap.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I thought Bobby Senior was like, oh yeah, just like he was like, oh, he's cool, he's the Terminator, he's a legend, and I left it at that. But damn, you guys been that was crazy.
I don't think I would have thought of it until Chris said it. And I'm thinking, like, this is what the show's about.
You're right. He's right though. Like, that's the core.
We can't have a show like this in the finals without these two gangsters that we have. So
you know what it is, and I think everybody focuses on with the Sopranos, Tony and his family and the backstory and all that. But at the end of the day, like Spike said, what are we here for? What are we doing? If Tony is a plumber that lives in like a small house in the middle of nowhere, we're not watching this.
Yeah.
It would be like an NBC sitcom that would last, 23-minute episodes or whatever.
Right.
It's compelling because he's this extraordinary thing that none of us are. He's a gangster. He's a killer. That's what pushes it over. So it is a gangster show, even though there's more depth to it than that, and it's not that simple. It is a gangster show.
Facts. Well said.
Well said.
All right, here we go. We are in the finals now. We got Annalisa, Zuka, and Bobby Bacalieri Sr.
I think it's me, right?
It is you, Kiori, actually. Okay. Now you got the real hard decision. It's funny, like, finally, give me some time to think.
Honestly, I still think it was somewhat easy for me. It's just like, it's just, if it wasn't for Chris being here, I don't think I would have been thinking this is insane finals.
Yeah, no doubt.
But it's just like, Annalisa still holding that position of power is just so like fantasizing or fantastical. Yeah, like Bobby is like a solid man or a solid dude. Like you could tell he was a soldier, but I don't think we never know if he would have been a boss like that. So I'm still going Annalisa.
Okay, I'm not mad at it, Chris.
It is tough. I got to go with Bobby because the main concept of The Sopranos, what you guys always talk about, what we always say is it's the end at the end. Well, this is what was before. This is what it would look like before wires, before snitching, before all of that. So this is what Tony fantasizes about in episode 1, where he says, my father was before, and in his day, he had it better because these guys were solid as a rock and they would go behind bars and stand on their head for 10, 20 fucking years, 30 years, whatever the case is. So Bobby Sr. is what all the guys are really aiming to be, even though they don't have the heart to actually do it like he did.
Eating grilled cheese off the radiator.
Damn, tissue.
Jerk off in the tissue. You get where I'm coming from. Okay, so
Spike Lou.
Spike.
That was well put, Chris. Chris. Annalise is a fantasy in this world. She's a great fantasy, which is why she made it to the final. However, to a lot of what Chris said, Bobby is what this show is about. This is the person that Christopher idolizes. This is the person that Tony idolizes. This is what Richie was. This is that thing. And it was one of the few instances in this show that we got to see that thing in action. Like, we're going to give you a glimpse of this, not this. And again, Annalise was great, but that's a make-believe thing. And that's what made it so captivating for the guys. That's why she was in Tony's dreams. It was captivating. Oh, there's this woman that has this power, but she lives over in Italy, and they do these things, but come back down to earth to where we are in a Sopranos world, and you get Bobby back like at 70 years old, like you said, Mo, who's like, what the fuck else I got to do? Yo, I'll go kill these two dudes. And you know what? Just so happens I die on the way from leaving killing these two dudes because that's what this life is about. And they captivated that so well in this. I gotta go with Bobby too. Like if you had asked me before we started this bracket if Bobby would have won this, I would have said no. But through the conversations that we've had to get to this point, it makes the most sense that he is right here in the finals, and I'm voting for him. So give me Bobby.
Definitely makes no sense. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, Rich. I was gonna say I just thought it was so funny that I was like, man, Spike's a true American. He said came back down to earth, like Italy's not on earth, US is the
Hey, true American.
That's a good point.
Good
point.
Flag salute, motherfucker.
Flag salute, motherfucker. Yeah, man. Listen, I can't tell y'all enough how much I appreciate the input and insight. This is why I love talking about film, television with people, not just anybody, but just people who are really of that caliber to where they study it, they love it the same. Because we could change minds and change opinions. And like Spike just said, I don't think I would have thought about Bobby at the beginning. But now that we've had these conversations, it does make complete sense. It wouldn't be me if I didn't wrap things up with the Wire crossover quote. I'm just a gangster, I suppose. And that's Bobby. You gotta, the one thing that nobody's really touched on that I want to wrap this up on with him is the concern was Bobby, and this goes directly to Chris's end at the end. And that's what really rung out to me, right? He's not only just a literal and visual representation of being in at the end, because he's at the end of his life and doing this, but also the new generation, which is his son, is complaining, asking Tony to talk to Junior about not even doing it. And for Bobby, for the Terminator, for Bobby Sr., he's like, what do you mean not do it? This is what, I'm just a gangster. This is what I do. I don't care what kind of condition I'm in, what kind of health I'm in. This is my job. This is how I'm dying. If I die like this, then I'll pick that 10 times over. Like there is no other option. And I think that Bobby Sr. is the perfect visualization of and at the end and everything else that we talked about. We got to pick him to win. Love Annalisa, but Bobby is what many, if they went back and really made a Sopranos series about what many Saints of Newark, that era, Bobby would have been the poster child for what it was like to be a gangster.
Mm. You took an oath.
Yeah, man.
I'm going
from
Annalisa.
The old school, Janice.
I'm from the old school, but I'm going Annalisa. Just because when we start getting down to like the coverage of the characters, I think Annalisa covered more. Like we got more dialogue, more internal observations about her, what she thinks, how she feels, how she commands, what she's on, even a little vulnerability on wanting to sleep with Tony. I think we just got more when we start getting down to the details of how much coverage each character covered in one episode. So for me, for that reason, I got Annalisa, but I think what we still got 3-2. So we got Bobby.
Mm.
Damn, that's mind blowing. Who would have thought that? I thought Tracy was gonna win for sure.
I would have, if you asked me in the beginning, I would have picked Tracy or the Russian dude.
Yeah.
Bobby was actually a number 6 seed on my list, which is crazy.
I would have never thought, but again, to Rich's point, having the conversations with people who appreciate the show as much as I do, it makes total sense that Bobby wins. But if I looked at this from a bird's eye view in the beginning, I'm saying, okay, it's going to be Tracy or it's going to be the Russian dude. But having that conversation about Bobby, that's who it is.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. That is the bracket. So our number one-off character of Sopranos is Bobby Bacalieri Sr., the Terminator. That is our episode. We know Kiori has to get moving along. You got some other things to take care of. But with that being said, Chris, Kiori, any last things y'all want to say about Good Earners before we let y'all go? And then we're going to give our last little spiel about this, everything that we got left. So anything y'all want to give up, I'll leave it to you first, Kiori, because I know you're a little pressed.
Yeah, I did buy myself a little bit of time, so I'm okay for a little bit. But yeah, honestly, like I was so happy that I found Good Earners, because it was like it feels like we got like this little thing of ours is like nice and tight knit. And it's like I remember my first email to you guys was like literally like, yeah, I don't really have too many people I could talk to about Sopranos. Like I literally on that convention I was at last week. I like one of my friends actually, I didn't know he watched Sopranos too. He's like close to my age, but yeah, it's like especially being Japanese American, it's like I don't know too many people who from my community who would even watch it, even like my aunts and uncles ages, or like especially not my age. Usually like I don't meet too many people who do watch it. So it's pretty fun, like, and cool to like see you guys every week talk about this show that I really like, which I felt was really niche to me, but it's like just because I'm like not connected to that world, especially because it came out like around the time I was born. So yeah,
Spike turned 30 the year it came out. good days.
I know Spike. Ken's not here for. All right, Ken from Dead
No.
End Hip Hop's not here.
Yes,
to
I'm the
be
old man.
here.
Yes, so
Yeah,
Ken
you
not
know,
here, so I'm the old man.
You the
yeah.
Bobby Bacalieri of this
Rich be
episode.
Rich be trying to get them jokes out like he not 2 years younger.
He's still, I can't believe
he
you put
right there.
Bro,
he
like
right
5
there.
years younger, but you gonna put the 2 on it.
I'm going 2. Yeah, I'm going 2.
That's good. That's good, man. Chris Fallow, man, you was one of the earliest. There was a few other people, but they never really reached back again after like some of those early YouTube comments. But you were the one that stayed in there from season 1 and have by far. That's why we called you the unofficial 4th member. Yeah, because you just active and just for no reason. You didn't have to do it. You didn't have to leave comments. You didn't have to engage, but you chose to just feel connected to us. And obviously, us being black, you being Italian, and connecting those worlds and bringing and giving us enlightenment. What are the things that you want to say about the show and the Sopranos and just whatever the floor is yours. I just want to give you that.
I just want to say real quick before you went, what was really pivotal about Chris's input was he is Italian American and he gave us insight onto some of the stuff that we were talking about, and that drove some of the shows. Like it was so refreshing to hear him saying, "Hey guys, yeah, I understand, or I hear what you're saying from your perspective. Here's how it looks on this end." And that was so insightful, and it was very motivating to do the shows, listening to some of the feedback that you gave us. So I do really appreciate that.
Yeah,
100%.
Absolutely.
You know what? I gotta honestly appreciate you guys. Can't say nothing else. I've seen The Sopranos probably through and through at least a dozen times, if not more, 15, 16 times. So I started, obviously, the most recent rewatch was pairing the episode along with what you guys were talking about that week and the episode that you were reviewing. And it was probably, being able to hear your guys' perspective and the sharing of culture, not only between the three of you guys and myself, but Kiori and all the other guests that would write in with the female perspective, Asian American perspective, older, younger, etc. That was probably the most enjoyable part of the show, and getting to pair all of that with the Sopranos and all the different perspectives and learning more about the show that way and getting to see things a different way. That was awesome. It was probably the best rewatch I've had, and now looking forward to Breaking Bad, no doubt.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Definitely appreciate that.
Well, we appreciate both y'all, man. Y'all obviously hear the episode when it come out. Y'all hear our last little spiel. But Kiori, thank you for stepping in, man, being a true champ and taking the liberty with your busy life. We all busy in this day and age, but taking the time to make a bracket just on request. You didn't have to, but you took time to do that, and we're grateful. And you said you stepped up and became a guest, Chris Fallow. Man, come on. Just all of the times you comment, like to have a supporter and then to be on the show and understand and get it and just connect. I just love how all of these cultures have connected through this show. So both of y'all brothers, man, we are super grateful for y'all. And, like I said, there will be more stuff that'll come on this feed, but I know y'all, come over, subscribe to No More.
Kiori, what's the last part of your name? The Okapi.
Oh, Okapi.
Okapi.
Yeah, so it's so these two little guys. So an Okapi is it's the only living relative of a giraffe. And funny enough, even though they look like they would be like zebras or like horses, but yeah, this is actually the only last living relative of giraffe, and they're only found in the Congo. But I remember seeing them at various zoos, and I was like, what are those things? And I kind of felt like a symbolism to like being Asian American or specifically Japanese American too, because like you see this and you're like, oh yeah, they're horses or they're zebras. Like people would make assumptions about them, but it's like you see an Asian person or a Japanese person like, oh yeah, he just eats sushi, or oh he just like drives a Toyota or something. But it's like,
no, that's good.
It's just it's deeper than that. So
I get it. I get it. That's fire. I liked it.
I like that.
Chris, is that your real name, Chris Fallow?
Yeah. No relation to Brendan.
I swear I thought that was a joke.
Swear to God.
I thought it was a joke.
You know what? When I was a kid, people used to ask me all the time, are you related to the guy on The Sopranos? Thank God, no.
Dog, that's crazy. I thought you were blending Chris and Brandon. Wow, that's even more fire. Well, look, man, Thank y'all, fellas, man. We're gonna
Thank
finish our
y'all.
thing.
We
but-
appreciate
Hey, yeah, y'all always got act, man. Listen, anytime y'all message away, man. Y'all Instagram, wherever. Always love to chop it up with y'all for sure.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, thank you all you guys. If y'all ever come to Cali or LA, like I'm down to show y'all around. Especially Spike, I want to play golf with
Hey.
you one day. So
Yes, don't threaten. Hey, don't threaten me with a good time, man. I'll
That's
book
the
a
type
trip
of-
out to
yeah.
Cali, bro.
Yeah.
I will come out there, man.
Yeah, we got to
Oh,
figure
yeah.
something out for sure.
Same thing. You guys ever in New Jersey?
For
Oh,
sure.
absolutely.
We go to the real
Absolutely.
Bings. The real Bings and the real House.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's
Oh,
great, man.
Well,
Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all more than y'all
I-
could ever know. To
ever
be honest
know.
with you, like it means a lot to us.
100%, man. Can't
Absolutely.
agree more.
Absolutely. So if y'all fellas gonna drop out, we'll finish this last little bit. Thank you, fellas, man. Y'all have a great evening.
Gentlemen, have a great weekend, guys. Enjoy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You
Too,
too.
man.
Thanks,
Appreciate
guys.
you. Peace.
All right, fellas, it's us three. These are the last moments of the Bing before the Bing is shut down. The floor is whoever wants to go. This whole
What do y'all
experience.
How do y'all feel about what we did? Even like connecting with two brothers like that who shout
about
out
in
to
general?
them. Yeah, just in general, like that's not a conversation that I would usually have, or people that I would usually. Well, actually, it is because I mean, we golf and do different shit, but just knowing that something that you took time out to do and dedicated time to, and then you have this response from people who hop on Zooms with you out of the blue, like not because they do podcasts or trying to do their profile and grow from it, and oh they got this many listeners, so we're gonna hop on it just out of the love of the game. And this is a conversation that I had with someone this week, and they were telling me how, like, oh well, people don't do stuff for the love of the game no more. And I was vehemently arguing against it. Like, people do, like, out of the love of shit, people just do it. So how does it make y'all feel to have two brothers like that on here that's just like, I just fuck with what y'all do. If y'all ever out here where I am, let's play golf, let's go to the Bing or whatever it may be. What does that say to y'all about what this product has been?
You know, it's one of those things. We were talking about time constraints as far as the other podcasts that we're involved in, but this show has been one of the shows that has served well, to the point people have felt like they know us in these long formatted conversations. They get these little notes and beats about Rich, these notes and beats about Spike, notes and beats about Mo, and people feel connected enough, like you said, to like invite us, like, hey, if you come this way, I got you, you family at this point. So to create a show like this, there's one part of it for me, like the concept, when I even reached out to you about it. Y'all go listen to our Back of the Being episode that we talked about, like the origin. But the idea was to provide kind of a diverse perspective on something that I hadn't seen. I didn't know how big or how far it would reach or influential it would be on people, but I knew that it would be good because I said nobody's talking like this. Even though I didn't know you and we didn't know each other, I knew for a fact this is going to be good because nobody's doing this. And I'm like, if we find our identity in this, we absolutely will do well. And I never for a second never thought that. However, I didn't know it would reach so many different cultures. I had no idea that it was like, oh, people are connecting with us, similar to like hip hop artists. I felt like that people that are outside of Black that listen to rap and hip hop, they connect with it for whatever particular reason. So for me, it's special. It's special. But for me, it's I'm surprised, but not totally surprised, because I'm always intentional with what I do. I'm intentional, and I think about, I project on ideas of what I think it can be accomplished. I'm not a person to just set it up and move. No, I'm looking at the whole plane, and I'm looking at possibilities of where it's going to land. That's just how I am. So excellent experience.
Yeah, yeah. Spike, I talked a little bit about it on Another Week in the Books a couple chapters ago, just about not taking the time to really stop and smell the flowers and appreciate it I did it in real time. I said the only time I really did was in emails. We get that love, but as going along, you kind of think about the work of it, right? You think about the time you have to put in watching these episodes, studying, you coming up with synopsis, all you know what I mean? It's work, but it's also fun. But it's time consuming, right? And it is for the love of the game, right? The 2 to 3 hours that you put in each episode, each recording for 86 episodes, right? That's a lot. That's a lot that goes into it. But if you tell me that we get the community that we got, you tell me that we get to meet people like Chris Malone and Kiori and everyone else that we've never met, right? Don't even know. They just happen to find our show and say, I'll rock with you. I'll never forget was it Miss Gwinnett? Was it Gwinnett or Gwinnett?
Gwinnett.
Gwinnett, yeah, man.
That's the back in the main that need to happen. Her with the teacher. Like we need to have her on.
I'm good with that.
To continue this feed on and not to end it, like I would.
It's whatever y'all want to do. This feed ain't going
love
nowhere.
to have. I would love. I know you're not letting it go, but I would love to have a conversation with her. Like that. That's the woman that I want to talk to.
Yeah, man, that was still one of the best compliments, and it's what you do this for. Like when I started podcasting, man, I started podcasting because I love movies. Really no rhyme or reason before it. And then you start getting into space, and it's now you start thinking about, man, what you don't have yet or what you should be getting because I think it's this good. And this is one of those experiences like, nah, this is why I did this. To connect with people about something I love and to really have similar and the people we don't, like I said, the people that you don't come from the same background and to be the first to do something. Like I'm not saying there's no other Black people covering the Sopranos. I'm just saying I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen it to our level, like three like prominently Black men.
Yeah.
Right. And talking about it, taking everything head on and just kind of going through it, man. It's the experience of a lifetime. It makes me more amped for like Breaking Bad and other shows because we can keep that energy rolling and the train keeps going, man. But the people are what make this.
Yeah.
Right. We would have done it anyway if it was just us three listening to it and nobody else. I think we would have done it. But having everybody seeing the impact that we can make, it's kind of humbling, man. It really is.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I didn't even know I could have that kind of impact on someone, and us as a collective went perfectly, man. So I'm thankful for y'all two brothers, as well as everybody who listen week in, week out. Because that is a lot, and who just stayed with us on the journey. And like I said, on this continued journeys, because Breaking Bad's next and everything else. I can't thank y'all enough, and please don't hesitate to ever reach out, DM, whatever the case is, man. Y'all always got solitude, or not solitude, but I don't know the word I'm looking for. Y'all always got a nigga in me.
They got access.
Shit, y'all my niggas, man. Shout out to Queen Latifah.
Another reference.
Like,
he go scramble into a reference, boy. Come on now.
What stood out to me the most, I know Mo, you haven't listened yet, but even going to another week in the books and listening to Kiori on this episode, and he was like, I listened to you on Is the Mic Still On? And I don't agree with you, but I do understand that your opinion is one opinion that needs to be listened to. That stood out to me a lot because, Rich, you can attest to this. Like, that's the same thing that my guy said, Q, on Another Week in the Books. And it was like, it shows you that people listening to you don't have to, oh, this is my guy and I'm championing him and I'm a fan of him. That ain't what it's about. It's about evoking conversations to make people think. And that's what I appreciate most about you two brothers. Even though Rich and I agree on a lot, even though Mo, you and I disagree on on certain things, it ain't about that. It's about what people get from the conversations that we're having, and then them being able to say, I heard Is the Mic Still On? Now I want to listen to Culture Garden. Now I want to listen to Childish Grownups. Now I want to listen to all of these other things that you're doing just because you're presenting yourself as not someone who's trying to clickbait or race war or gender war, but you just have a genuine opinion, and I appreciate that because it ain't that many people that got that. That's the biggest compliment that I get from this. because people like Kiori or people like Q, who again y'all go listen to the last Another Week in the Books episode, they're not saying, man, I agree with everything you say, and I'm flying the flag of Spike Lewis. It's like, oh, there's this perspective out there that people aren't talking about, or that I very rarely hear, and I'm here to hear more of it. So now I'm gonna go listen to Good Earners. Now I'm gonna go listen to On Deck. Now I'm going to go listen to whatever it is that you guys
We
are
got y'all.
doing, just because anything. Just because I respect you guys' opinion in this space, and I know that you thought it out enough to have people listen to it. So that's one of the biggest compliments that I've gotten from doing these 2 episodes over these last couple of days, Rich, with people who aren't podcasters, who just listen to the show, and they telling us and they giving us the feedback as to like, I heard you do this, so I wanted to hear you do this other thing. And from hearing you doing this other thing, I wanted to hear you do this other thing. And that's the best concept of like just boots to the ground, growing shit out that you could have.
That's it, man. Absolutely. People,
Uh,
man, it's all about y'all. For real.
It's all about you. Okay. Well, I'll lay this out here, and I'll be conscious of you fellas' time. And unless there's anything else you want to say, this is the opportunity. But as far as the feed going forward, y'all go subscribe to No More Half Measures, a Breaking Bad podcast. Apple, Spotify, all those things, YouTube as well. The Instagram NMHM_ Breaking Bad Pod, I believe. The stuff will be the information will be in the description of this episode. Y'all go ahead and get ready because we're getting close. We're at the end of July, getting ready for August, and we'll be, episodes will start in September. So, well, officially. So, we'll give y'all another date. When we do come up with the exact date, it will be an announcement on this feed for like our prequel episode, and then when we get into it, as far as that goes. As far as this feed, anytime the fellas want to talk anything as far as around mafia content, I'm always open. We can record it, but those fellas are really busy, so it'll be what it'll be. It's not a problem. As far as me, I'm gonna continue to keep putting out these micro episodes. Y'all send in some stuff, goodearnerpod@gmail.com, as far as what y'all like to see that I could accomplish, because it can't be too crazy, but I am still doing best decision made. So I'm just gonna keep putting out these little 9-minute episodes, 7-minute episodes, something quick to get your Monday going. So y'all send in some ideas of what y'all would like to see on the feed in that regard, and there'll be some more things coming. So stay subscribed over here. It won't be empty completely, but it will be different as far as just constantly feeding this thing. Any last words, brothers, before we get out of here?
Yeah, I know what I said at the beginning as far as like wrapping up the feed, but if you are listening and you want to come and just chop it up with us, man, I'll never hesitate to come on the
There's plenty of them.
Yeah, but I'll never hesitate to come back on the feed and chop it up with y'all and do whatever. So by all means, like maybe concept episodes, I think I'm focusing towards Breaking Bad now.
Okay.
But actual just interaction and just talking and just kind of reliving the moments of the show. Because even just now doing those one-off characters, it made me want to, you know what, let me watch Commendatory, or let me watch this one-off episode of Sopranos because I'm another toothpick or something like that, because such an incredible show, man. So
yeah.
Anytime y'all want to chop it up with us, man, let Mo know or hit up the email, and Mo will coordinate it, man. I'm always down for that.
Yeah,
Facts.
absolutely. Spike,
Also,
any last?
man,
Oh, go ahead. I'm bad.
and I probably should have said this in the original one, because now that I'm thinking about it, this made me realize that I can really carve a space. So when you're in the podcast world or you're podcasting, man, unless you were in early, it's very oversaturated now.
Yeah.
So to know, and once again, Spike and myself host a show called Another Week in the Books, which was originally hosted by Mo and Spike. Literally a couple chapters ago, had an episode about self-doubt, which I got a lot of good feedback from people I know, even like, man, I really needed to hear that. And, a lot of self-doubt is, man, am I doing this? Should I be doing this? Am I wasting my time? Am I just spinning the wheels? And I think Good Earners for me was that moment to realize, nah, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And that's because of all of y'all and the feedback that we get. And, it just meant a lot for me personally moving forward when you need that extra spark for all the other things that you're working on. So just to give me that just to solidify, like, nah, bro, you here, like, you good, and what it could be and continue to grow into. So thank y'all sincerely for supporting this Think Bars.
Yeah,
Spike.
same sentiment here. Thank y'all. A lot of this is showing up and having fellowship with your brothers, Mo, Rich, and then the other part of this is the reception that people have to it. To be able to connect to people who, if you walking down the street or you out at a bar or restaurant, like I would never even look that way. Not from judgment or anything else. It's like it's just not what I do. But to have someone like Chris Falone, to have someone like Kiori, to have someone like any one of the people to email or write in and be like, no, this is fire. That's part of the thing that continues to keep creators like us motivated to do this stuff. And it goes a long way, regardless if it's a rate 5 stars, a YouTube comment, an email, request to be on the show, whatever it may be. It shows you that I'm not talking into the stratosphere and no one's listening.
Right.
Like this is actually resonating with people. It ain't got to be 1,000,000 people. It can be 100 people, but those 100 people are going to show you like, nah, I need this when I'm working my 9 to 5. Like you played a pivotal part in my life, like a lot of podcasts have for me.
That's what I was about to get at.
Going through different things and just different scenarios in life. Like there's been a lot of podcasts for me. It's like,
It's a
bro,
part
if
of
I
your
didn't
life.
have this, if I didn't have this, I would be fucked up right now. I need these 2 hours. I need this hour and a half. I need these 3 hours if you're doing long format to just forget about everything that's going on in my day to day and listen to you niggas who have a passion for this doing this. Like that I don't think we take into account how much that means to people. And just because it ain't 1,000,000 people, just because it ain't on the level of a Joe Rogan or a Joe Budden or whoever it may be, it still matters because those people are the people that you do it for. So
100%. Still love to have a connection too, man. That's what I'm really happy for.
facts.
Like
Facts.
I don't never want to get to the point where you can't connect with people.
Yeah,
So
that's
the most important.
That's the part that I
What-
think about too. Is like Spike said, it's like all these years we've been doing this for 2.5, 3 years. We're part of people's lives, and it's like, bro, I look forward to the Mondays getting to hear from you guys and hear the updates of what's going on with Rich, what's going on with Spike, what's going on with Mo, and the laughter and the funny and the real time discoveries that they're having with us and opinions and how we feel about characters. And you get these, like I said, these insights on us and then connect it back to their own insights and watching. I just love that we got to be a part of people's lives, and I understand the importance like of what podcasts can do, because like Spike already know, like before I reached out, I was already a fan. Well, both of y'all, I was already fans anyway, but Spike, they've been doing On Deck for 10 years, and I was pretty early on the train. I was probably like around year 2 or something like that. And so when y'all are not doing it, it's like, bro, my Wednesdays are, this is a part of my Wednesday, routine. I'm looking for that. So I understand that importance and what it means. And so the Mondays people listen to us, I understand, what that means. And now going into Breaking Bad, our Mafia Mondays, or as I call it, Melfi Mondays, are now turning to the Meth Mondays. The Method Monday.
If y'all had to pick one, New Jersey or what Kiori at?
LA.
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 Hey,
Oh, what would I pick?
that's where we meeting at. That's what
I would probably pick Jersey.
Oh, you would pick Jersey.
I think so.
You want to go to the Bean.
I'm already. You fried.
That's the Moism.
You fried. You are fried. No, sir. Nah, it's. I'm already in Florida, so I'm already really in. I mean, it's raining a lot right now, but I'm already in really nice weather all the time. I kind of want to go to Jersey. It's a little more character, a little bit more grit. I haven't been there. I know.
So we pull up on Chris Falone first.
Yeah, I mean, he's the longest running supporter of ours. So, It makes sense.
And go see the Soprano house. You know what I mean?
Hey, yeah,
All that.
I'm still jelly at you, Rich, for real. Like I'm like, man, he got that off.
Bro.
He got that off. Bro. I said, oh. So, but yeah,
I want to play golf, so I would go
all that,
Kiori.
whatever. Yeah, I'm down for all that, man. So I'll leave it at that. I think everything has been said as far as needs to be said. So y'all, stay tuned on the feed. Like I said, there'll be Michael stuff, but this is the last of the trio on this side. Y'all go ahead, subscribe. No More Half Measures, a Breaking Bad podcast. Go subscribe now. The same energy we gave Sopranos, we're going to get Breaking Bad. We got so many things to say about Walter White, Jesse Pinkman, Skylar White. We got
the Jesse conversation is about to be discussed.
Oh,
Jr. Walt Jr. too. Don't forget Walt Jr.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Hey.
They gonna start pulling episodes now because it's
I got smoke for Walt Jr.
They gonna be flagging us out. They gonna flag the episodes, bro. After that, so yeah. Again, as we end and close this, y'all send in some stuff. Send in your love. I will share it with the guys and just let them know y'all appreciation for the show and experience all that. However you want to send an email, voice note, DM, however you feel. Y'all know the info. So, man, we thank y'all for tuning in for all of the episodes that we did. Appreciate y'all. Y'all made us who we are. Remember, don't forget about it.